gemstone this is. See, I don't know anything. I can't help you with this gemstone. I have no idea. It is such a different colour, isn't it? This makes me think of your matrix, doesn't it? It is the gemstone in the rough. Oh, you know what? My grandparents used to have a china set, a very, very famous one. And it's like on a white plate with all the blue paint. It's really, 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 really famous, and I can't think of it. It makes me think of that. I can't think of the name. I bet you'd know at home, wouldn't you? Do you know which one I'm on about? It's that beautiful traditional design. There's something so different about this, and I like how the Lapidurist has incorporated. This does remind me of a galaxy, or like looking down on the Earth, and yet you've got your you've got your stars there. It's beautiful. Now 0800 644 655 is the number to dial. You've got over 200 carats of Sodalite. Oh, these are flowers. I thought they were stars. To be honest, you could work either or, couldn't you? Isn't that pretty? Okay, so let's have a look at these then. They're 15 by 15 millimeters in size. These are not enhanced, by the way. This is completely natural. And isn't that nice how you've got that glossy tone just coming over the top there? And if I show you, there's a few of them I love. This is my favorite one. Can you see that contrast there in the color? You're going to work these together so well. I mean, what could you add to these? Or who do you think would work best with this as a guest designer? I'm trying to think what you could do. Could you put enamel on top of a gemstone, or would that not work? Would that damage it? Can't really do that. Okay, do you know what? At least I've suggested it. It's a good try, good effort. But no, okay, that's not advised, I've been told. Maybe, let's have a think. Well, you tell me, what would you work Sodalite with? Would you work it with another gemstone, or would you leave it on its own, maybe? Because I know that these flowers, the lapis lazuli, yes, lapis lazuli would work really well, and that purely because of that tonation, isn't it? You're getting more than your deep blues and those golden speckles that you see. Oh, I love this. It's really pretty. You're going to hear me say that a lot and be like, do you know what? Change the record. But it's pretty, isn't it? 0800 644 655 is the number to dial for 200 carats of your Sodalite. Ready for your price when you are then, guys. Make sure you do dial nice and early. £9.95. I do want to go for a record low. The thing is, I know I don't know loads about JewelleryMaker, but I know about price points, and I've got a rough idea about gemstones. This gemstone, this is down to you, Danny, but I'm happy to go lower. Oh, the bargain button. It's crashed. Oh, it's a bargain bus. I thought it was a button. It's a bus. The bargain bus. The bargain bus. Oh, the bargain bus has crashed. Do you know what? It doesn't matter. You're paying £6.95 for 200 carats of Sodalite. You couldn't be more happier, could you? That is really pretty. Record low. That's what I'm hearing. I like this. It looks really nice against the skin tone as well, doesn't it? Ooh, look at you. And if you're brand new to JewelleryMaker, you might already be a jewellery maker, you know, could be an expert in the profession, but you've just found out about us. What a piece to join us on. For less than £10. You're getting your P&P as well for £2.95, so that's less than £10 for both of them, isn't it? And if you've already purchased a piece prior to this, obviously you only pay one P&P all day. Now, something that could work quite well with this, I'm just going to pull it up for you, which is number 20. Oh, Danny, you should be a designer. Look how well this is going to work together. I think, yeah, he didn't make any jewellery earlier on, but he has brought you some lyrical miracle genius, I tell you. Doesn't that does work really, and oh yes, I can see it now. That's really nice. A nice kind of, you could use that as a cuff or add some, you know, we've been bringing you a lot of the marquee shaped pieces. If you've got any of those at home, you could kind of add them on as little motifs around the edge. This would work really well as a collar, or if you've got a tank top, maybe add it onto the shoulders, embroider that in. And now, obviously you want to make sure you've got sturdy, like it's quite heavy weight material, because these are a little bit weighty, so you don't want it to pull on what you're wearing, but that could work so well. Right, so your Dalmatian jasper, I'll pop this on its own. And I'm going to show you how this wraps around the wrist so many times. Let's have a look. I love that. Don't you love Dalmatians as well? They're gorgeous animals, aren't they? For 225 carats. This, do you know what as well? A striking red. I think a striking red would break that up really, really well. In fact, red spinel from last night, that could work wonders with this. Your pink, sorry. I stand corrected. 0800 644 655 is the number to dial when you're ready for your cheeky Danny price. Here we go, Danny Zuko for £6.95. That is a fantastic deal. Not much left, cheap as Beth. This is your Dalmatian jasper. 200, and do you know what? I love the shape as well. It kind of reminds me, it's like that tablet, isn't it? It's perfect paracetamol, well, maybe a big paracetamol size, but it really works. Just how it catches the light. There you go, you can see on that other one there better. I think that's cool. It just adds, because you've got to think as well with your jewellery making, whether is it going to be a flat piece, do you want to add colour to it, do you want it to catch someone's eye, do you want it to be more subtle, because not everybody's into bold and brash. But the bargain bus is outside. Oh, does he want to come in? Okay, shall we let bargain bus man in? Here he comes then, bargain bus man. Dial nice and quickly, 0800 644 655. Guess what? It's a record low, less than £5 for £4.25. This is what we're going to do for you all night up until 9 p.m. Less than £5 for genuine gemstones. What are you going to work this with? I would add, do we do spinel? Have we got any black spinel on this channel? Or onyx? In fact, we saw some earlier on, didn't we? We had some black agate. This would work so pretty with that black agate you saw a little bit earlier on. I just think it's all about adding those different tones, adding those different shapes, and just getting that continuity of colour working through your pieces for less than £5. Okay, there's only a few left now. There's a lot of you checking out your baskets. Well done. 0800 644 655. Don't forget, this rest of this evening as well, we've still got Poetry Corner with Danny Producer, and we've also got Presenters Picks, which each hour I will bring you a piece that I've chosen because I love it, because it just captivates me. In fact, the next one's going to come up in about 10 minutes time, so I'll leave that one with you. Next piece, sorry, what was the number, my lovely? Number 23. Oh, what is this? I haven't. Okay, high end. You know how earlier on we talked about Aquamarine? Talked about gold and beryl, and we talked about Morganite. I don't even want you to see this. How many have we got left of these, Danny? Okay, there's less than 50 of these left. Do you trust me? Oh, we've given the game away. You're so mean. Oh, this, if you like your elegant, your soft pastel, beautiful. Wow, that is so pretty. Can you see what you've got here? 25 carats of your multicolour beryl. Those soft pinks, those soft subtle pastel blues, and those light lemony yellows. It's really hard, yep, really hard to kind of show you against my skin. I don't know how, if I can bring this closer to you, Sam. They're so pretty. In fact, if I've got a piece of paper, it might show that, or can I put it against a white piece of paper to get, because they are a little bit, they're clear, which is a good thing, but you can see the different shades. Here we go. Oh, aren't they so pretty, those blues, those yellows, those pinks. These are some of the most considered of our collection, would you not agree? 25 carats, and there are less than 50 available. These are faceted hearts as well. I just think it works. I think whoever came up with this idea, I literally would leave this. I'd add maybe a few silver charms to it, have a little bracelet. I love my bracelets, don't I? I mean, you know what you're going to do. You know, you're more regular to this than I. But I think this is really gorgeous. You need to make sure you're dialing nice and in. I'm a little bit nervous to see what Danny's going to do with the price point on this. 0800 644 655 is the number to dial. We're going to do something, I don't know if I want to see this, Danny. This is going to be more considered, I'd imagine. Am I right in saying that, or am I wrong? Enjoy this. Enjoy it, because it could be the last time you see this ever again for £19.95. It's 50 carats, but Bargain Bus is still in town. We're still going to go to a record low for you. Oh, isn't it so pretty? So captivating. Oh, my wordie. For £11.95. You're not getting one gemstone, you're not getting two, you're getting 3. Basically, that works out, if you were to round that up to £12, it's £4 for Morganite, £4 for your Aquamarine, £4 for your soft beryl. It's ridiculous. Who pays that? Seriously, £11.95 for a family. And the thing is, because these are from the same family, don't they work so well together? I would quite happily leave these together. I actually genuinely really want this strand. It's so beautiful. I think it's one of the most prettiest pieces I've seen. So, so beautiful. Now, 0800 644 655 is the number to dial. Look at that. If I just tighten that in, if it was going to be almost like a fitted braid, that is so, so gorgeous. I'm just captivated by this. I can't believe that we're able to bring, because it is all about the lapidary as well. That adds, because if you get it slightly wrong, you can lose colour. There's so much you can do to a gemstone if you don't get the cut right. And I just think that this has been completely enhanced. It's really, really glorious, and I'm so chuffed to bits to be able to say I can bring this to you for £11.95. Now, because we did have a little bit of a mishap with our graphics earlier, what we're going to do this hour for you, if it's okay, is give you 2 star buys, like a double whammy back to back at the top of the hour. Okie dokie. So there's your set here that we're going to be doing for you, which are all your handy toolkits. You've also got your dock to hold them in, coming up in about 15 minutes time, and then we've also got your green Aventurine coming up as well, which I know earlier on the mid-show, I didn't get to see it because I was prepping, but they were talking about the Tree of Life, which I went to New York recently with my boyfriend, and we were looking for jewellery for one another. He wanted kind of like a vintage, a coin, like a pendant, and we went around all these different stores, and I'd seen this lady who was selling this. We never got it in the end because I'm a bit of a gem snob basically, and it wasn't for me. But I love the Tree of Life, and I think that this Aventurine, I can't say it properly, Aventurine, the green Aventurine, would go wonderful with that. But also Tom has given you an example, but I'm going to carry on because it is not much left. I can't say it, cheap as theft. So, presenter's pick next then. I fell in love with this. You know how I was talking about Labyrinth? The Labyrinth, not the singer, the rapper, as in David Bowie. Check this out. He's now at the disco. He's now partying on down. Look at this. This is going to work so well with that piece there, isn't it? It is all about, I think a lot of the time, the cut just helps the gemstone so much more. Would you not agree? It's beautiful. It can really enhance the colour, the way we catch the lights. Now, 130 carats here. In fact, let me show you them both together. Are you talking about the Morganites, or are you talking about the other quartz one? Okay, look at these together. There we go. If you did purchase this, or if you'd like to, if there are any left on the web, how well do those work together? Now, the code for this one is HBGP. Is that? Bear with me. So this one's AARU67, and this one okay, Right, I've got... Really? Okie coke. So, we've had a bit of a mishap then in my box. Yes. Okay, all right, we can clear this up. No, it's absolutely fine. Right, I need to apologise. Tonight has been full of disasters. We've worked so hard to plan you a show. I'll just, is it all right if I explain to everybody, and then if people want to... Okay, basically, so AARU67 is this one here. If you got involved with the white quartz from earlier on, oh no, what's going on then, chaps? This is the one that I've just picked up. This is AARU67. I was just showing this one as an example. Yes, we did play it earlier. We were just showing them together in case people wanted... Ignore, right, okay, do you know what? I look like the daft year. This is not my fault. I'm so sorry, everybody at home. Okay, if you purchased this one earlier, it would work well with the one that we're playing right now for you, which is AARU67. We're on it. We got it there in the end. Thank you, everybody, for your patience. We greatly appreciate it. We really, really do. So you've got 130 carats here. What am I doing with this strand? Oh, it's all joined together. There we go. If I show that you against the skin tone there. 130 carats of your clear quartz faceted rounds. Now, these are approximately 7 millimeters. It's a 30 centimeter strand. Do you know what? I'm not going to mess around. I'm going to bring you the pricing straight away. You love this, don't you? It's so beautiful for £9.95. That's a fantastic low price for you. It is. The reason I picked this piece for you is purely because of the cut. It's captivating, and I know I talk about this a lot, being familiar with gemstones for the last 2 years. I think it's nice to have an angle and give something a bit of individuality, and that is exactly what the cut does for this gemstone. And also, can you see around the edge here how the light is reflecting onto the skin tone? If that's doing that to my skin now, what is that going to do with a beautiful coloured gemstone next to it? Let me just show you. Yeah, if I plonk it, technical terms, see what I mean? Placed delicately, and I was to tip that over it's adding a little bit of a glow to it. Can you see? It's probably quite difficult. I can see it before my eyes. You're getting the light and it's reflecting through that and onto the other gemstones. So you can work that into your jewellery design as little or as much as you like for £9.95. Okay, if green's not the colour for you, number 20. I don't know if I have a number 26. Or does the drawer come out any further? Right hand side. Oh, we've got so much for you. Here we go. Golden obsidian. Wow. Now this is a huge hit. This is coming up for you next. This could work really well with this, couldn't it? Aren't they together? It's that kind of monochrome vibe going on, isn't it? And the beautiful, what I love about this, it's like the seaside at night time. I've noticed I refer to, it's weird, isn't it, how everything kind of I keep referring to looking down on the earth, or it's because nature reflects itself, doesn't it? Or I need a holiday, maybe. That could be the other. I have just been to New York, yes, but we got more holidays. You got to get more holidays in. Right, I'm going to pop that one there because I'm not sure what happened with that. But this is 600 carats. Sorry, Scott. You know you love me making your job harder for you. Of your golden obsidian plain rounds. I want to show you this. I don't know if we can get it across. Can you hear the way? Look at that! Oh my word, that is wonderful. And it sounds like marbles, doesn't it? You've got that lovely weighty. Oh, Danny, can I repeat that? Danny just said, you'll be losing your marbles if you don't come in at this price. For golden obsidian, I mean, what do we know about this gemstone? Does anybody know much about golden obsidian? Because I've seen a lot of it, and I'll be completely honest, I don't, where do you put a value on pieces of jewellery? Where? Oh, do you want me to pop this there? There you go. I don't know. Who is it? Who makes the decision to choose what the price is that you pay for this? It's what? Sorry, my lovely. Okay, so it's commonly known to be found within lava flows. The margin of. which is known as obsidian flows. There you go. So we've got a little bit of a scientific fact for you there. But if you just fall in love with that colour, it's almost like mystery. It's almost like you've got this black shell, but hidden beneath it, when you look that little bit closer, you've got that beautiful golden glow just bursting through, almost like a hidden identity, isn't it? It's like, now you see me, now you don't. But I can tell you now, you think that with your piece here, you wait till you see that price on 0800 644 655 is the number to dial on the web. Make sure you click in check out now to avoid disappointment. Of course, it wouldn't be us, it wouldn't be Team Greece if Danny Zuko in the producer chair didn't give you his record low price, would it? For £9.95, and we're not stopping there. We are going lower. Well, I thought I was going to call the shots, Danny. You don't like it when I produce, do you? No. £5.95. This is golden obsidian. It's 600 carats. That means 100 carats, £1. 200 carats, £200. £200? £2. What am I on about? This is wonderful. And do you know what? You might be thinking I don't care about the caraway, and do you know what? I sound like a broken record. I'm starting to bore myself a little bit now. It's £5.95. You cannot disagree with that, can you? You know, great value for money. You know, when you see a rock bottom low price like this is just such a pretty gemstone. I want to show you that again because I can't stop falling in love with that. I really can't. Completely natural. So wonderful. Right, I'm gonna have to leave those there for you. It is, remember, the last of stock there. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. I don't want you to go anywhere. We've still got so much more in store for you. It's time for your double whammy star buy. I'll see you in a sec. Good evening. If you've just tuned in, my name is Ruth Lane. I'll be taking you through this evening's show until 9 p.m. This is your double whammy star buy. If you have just tuned in, honestly, you've missed out on a great show, but thank you everybody for staying tuned. It's been really fabulous. So I'm going to start off with some tools. Here we go. By the way, if you're not familiar with myself, no, I'm brand new to JewelleryMaker. I'm doing my best. I'm a newbie, and so I don't want to pretend to know things I don't know, so I'm being completely blunt and honest with you, and I'm encouraging people to interact a little bit. That's what we like. So 60777 JM Studio is what you need to put at the start of the text. I want you guys to help me out, really, if you don't mind, of course. You're probably here just purely for the pleasure to see what you fancy and what you're taking your pick at. You didn't expect to have to help someone out, but anything that you can do to help me, I would greatly appreciate it. When I say I'm a newbie, obviously I've been within the company for 2 years, so I do have a rough idea about gemstones, which is why you might find I'm harping on a little bit more about carat weights and value for money, because that's my area, that's my field. And one thing that I have assured you on all evening is prices. I've agreed with Danny. I wouldn't want you to pay anything that I wouldn't be prepared to pay myself. So that's just simply the motto that we're going with. So starting off here with your first tool, you can see, I will turn this around for you. Oh no, there's actually no instructions on the back. So needle nose pliers. It is what it is, what it says. Flat nose pliers. You can see pretty much what it says on the box there. So this is going to help you with, help me out, guys. I'm assuming it would be kind of like for your crimping. Maybe you can push your crimp beads or holding wire. It's kind of, it's just to help you, isn't it? Kind of work through those wire pieces there. And it's, to be honest, I think I used this one earlier, didn't I? I did use this one earlier, yes, and I tell you what, without it, I never realised you've got to have a lot of patience, but that's exactly why we're bringing you these here, to make it a lot easier for you. So the middle one we've now got, your round nose pliers. Now these I have used before. They're very handy for just capturing that little bit of wire in the centre, just to kind of help you curve it. So sometimes, I know you've got like thinner wires and they're maybe a little bit more capable of moving. If you just need to give the thicker wire a little bit of a nudge and a bit of a help to swing that round, You can actually make head pins on the end of your wires using these. That's quite handy actually. Tom's just feeding this into my ear. Eye pins, which actually you used for your cufflinks, didn't you, earlier? Can I quickly show that? Is that okay? Right at the end of the cufflinks, you'll be able to see that there. Oh yes, this bit here. Twisty, twisty. There it is, for example. Here's an example. So there you go. It's like a curly pig's tail. That's so clever. Very, very well done there, Tom. Very well. Here's one Tom made earlier, cufflinks. We'll show you those again in a little bit. So that's what you can do with the central tool here. Moving on to your final one, which is your chain nose pliers. So basically this is just a longer, thinner plier. So for those more intricate designs, if it's a little bit harder to delve into that and get involved there, I apologise if I'm being a little bit broad, but you get the rough idea, those of you that are existing jewellery makers. Now we do also, it's not just these three included in your star buy price. Check out this big boy right here. Yeah, this is your dock. And actually, do you know what? Proof is in the pudding, because we've got one right here on the tool dock on the guest designer's table. There, we've got one. You know why? All right, you might be thinking, okay, but I don't really need that. But it keeps everything neat and tidy. You're not going to ruin your clothes. Oh, how many times I've had scissors on the floor when I've been, especially at Christmas, wrapping Christmas presents, and I've worn tights or leggings, and then I've accidentally stabbed myself in the kneecap. Do you know what I mean? Is that just me? I think it's just me. But when you're in a frantic hurry, that just keeps everything neat and in place. You're not going to harm anybody during the process of your jewellery making. You know where everything is. You can put it all in one place. It's easy to access. That's what we're all about. It's all about function. It's all about practicality and real jewellery making. So do make sure you're dialing nice and early. Remember, it's your double whammy star buy. 0800 644 655 is the number to dial. Here we go then for your cheeky price crash. £9.95. This is 4 items that you're getting here. Does this look like £2.50? In fact, if you were to go, I don't want to dishonour anybody or slander anybody, but I always try and justify, and I said this in our previous show, I don't know if you're the same at home, but if I'm going to buy something, I have to kind of justify in my mind why I should buy it. And I just think, you know, if you go to garden centres, I'm sorry if anybody works at a garden centre, and I'm not trying to slander anybody. Sorry, Scott, I'm sorry. But they know that okay, all right, not garden centres, anywhere, okay, a shop, anywhere, it could be any shop, just make it up in your mind. Would you see this for £2.50 on its own? In my head, that paints a picture working in sales. I'd say £5 minimum. £2.50 for that? £2.50? £2.50? Are you joking? Okay, we're going lower than this, so do make sure you're dialing nice and early. 0800 644 655. It's lovely. I'm glad so many of you are loving this without my demonstration. For £7.95. It's a perfect selection, isn't it? You've got everything you need. In fact, this would be great for a first-time buyer. This would be perfect for somebody like me, wouldn't it? I think because my first material that I worked with was with Sarah Green, the guest designer, and she taught me how to do Wireworks. This would be ideal for somebody like myself. So if you are at home and you're thinking, should I, shouldn't I? Do you know what? I haven't even mentioned you've got your 30-day money-back guarantee. You've got the confidence to shop. You can take it out of the box. You can try it. You can test it. See for yourself. This is how confident we are. And in fact, if somebody has bought you vouchers for Christmas, first time, perfect, get involved. That is exactly what you need to do for £7.95. Aren't they wonderful? You've got 60 minutes left on that, but do make sure, I'm gonna leave that one there for you. Do make sure to avoid disappointment, do check it out, or if you're on the phone line, speak to the call centre. So, next up is your green Aventurine. Now this is something our lovely cam up, I nearly called you Scott again. Sam, quite clearly a Sam as well, I apologise. It's hard when you've been talking. Have you ever done that? Have you talked for 4 hours solid? I bet some of you at home do. I bet you're sitting next to your mate right now going, oh, look at this one, she's a right, what's it? Here we go. So I'll show you some of the pieces, I love what's it. Some of the crew have made. So we had a challenge yesterday and there were so many of you and we were inundated with texts and we didn't want to leave anybody disappointed. So we tried to make something that everybody had requested. So the lovely Sam did this necklace for you using the Aventurine. We've also got earrings and a ring, and then also lovely director Tom made some cufflinks, which, have we got that screenshot of Eric modelling them earlier? Because I think it's hard to do it justice in this. What is this? This looks like a cigarette thingy, ashtray. Just a beautiful, it's very pretty. Very, very pretty. So look what the crew made. That's what we're doing. And this is what Tom made, aren't they? Now, I think they could be unisex. I've never seen cufflinks like that. I like that. It's got that nice, natural, earthy vibe. Now, something I know that they were talking about on the mid-show earlier on was the Tree of Life. Now, I didn't get to watch it, but I think for, you know, kind of talking about that background, doesn't this gemstone, it's very, very reminiscent for me, maybe it's just because of the colour, the hues that you're getting, but it reminds me of what you would, I'm probably thinking of jade, aren't I? But you could work that into your design if you did watch the mid-show. I love the Tree of Life. That's what I was waffling earlier on and I never finished my sentence. That's what I was trying to say. I really, really, really want, if you are watching, Scott, one day, maybe you could make me one, Scott. You're a jewellery maker, are you not? There you go, there you go. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, but I would love, I think this is so, so pretty. I'm just gonna bring this over to you. So you've got a strand of 3 here. How big are these? This strand here, and I love that they're not your traditional shapes. Now these, am I allowed to say that, Danny, so soon? Okay. One of these is worth, or will be, you will be paying £4.95 for one. Oh, one of these. One of these on their own. I'm really interested to see what you're going to do with that price point. Go on then. £10. How can we go smack on? Just feel generous taking that extra 95p off. Let's see this against the skin tone then, because I think this is such a wonderful gemstone. And it works very well with my outfit, doesn't it? Keeping that coloration going through. Oh, lovely. And Danny is completely in love with this gemstone too, and I'm sure you are at home. It's just nice. Do you know what? Now, I always talk, you've probably noticed I talk a lot about emeralds and inclusions and the coloration. I don't know if you remember a while ago, or whether you would have had it on JewelleryMaker, Sakota emerald. If you've never heard of it and you are on the website, open up a new tab and Google Sakota emeralds, because this is exactly the same colour. Now, I'm going to be completely honest, and I hope Steve Bennett, the company owner, doesn't mind me saying this. When we first launched Sakota Emerald, it didn't take off as well as we'd expected. I'm being completely honest. And I genuinely think because it's emerald, people associate it with that clarity, that rich colour of green. However, it is all about that natural soft tone, isn't it? And I think maybe, you know, once you can kind of appreciate that beautiful soft pastel green tones that you're getting from the Sakota, honestly, you're getting such a fantastic look here for less than £10. And you know, you find that as well, don't you? You know, with gemstones that are less mainstream, that maybe you don't see in the high street, it doesn't mean it's worth any less whatsoever. It's just there's less appreciation. So you, as a connoisseur, as a gemstone collector, can appreciate the fantastic price, the fantastic deal that you're getting for this green Aventurine for less than £10. You've got your slabs, you've got the pear shape, and also your leaves. All of this really for less than £10. Can I show you the length of each of these strands as well? Hang on. Oh, you can hear they're nice and weighty. This is pretty. I love this. Okay, so that's strand number 1. Okay. Have I spent too long talking, Danny? There you go, that one. I've knotted this one up here. There we go. So this is your second strand. So remember, you're paying just under £4 for each of these strands. Well, a lot more than under £4. And your final strand, I'll quickly show you, because I do believe I'm being told to get a wriggle on, is this final one here for less than £10. Okay, so I'll leave that one there for you. Right, do stay tuned. We've got so much more coming up for you. We've got Miss It, Miss Out. We've got Poetry Corner with Danny. Don't forget as well, you've got your 4-hour finale, your superstar buy. There's a reason why it's your superstar buy. I've done a lot of research into this gemstone for you. You are going to appreciate the price point when you see that, because that's what it's all about. And I shall see you after the break. Bye-bye.
Take a length of wire and mark the centre with a crease. This is so each spiral is symmetrical. Using your round nose pliers, start the spiral at one end, then changing to your flat nose pliers, push and turn. Continue this motion until you get to the crease in the middle. Then turn your wire around and flip it over. Then repeat the process, but make sure your spiral goes in the opposite direction. You should end up with an S shape. Using your round nose pliers, take your completed spiral and slightly push the spiral out on both sides. You will then need a bead of your choice and an eye pin. Take the eye pin through the one side of the cage and then through the bead and fold the cage over. Then feed the eye pin through the other end of the cage. Pull the wire tight and cut off the excess to the length required. Push the wire down the bead to form the cage. And there you have your caged earrings.
Tune in to the Miss It, Miss Out show every day between 5 and 9 p.m. for our New Year's sale. We'll be going to low prices that you won't want to miss. All stock must go. The New Year's sale. Miss it and you'll miss out.
Here at JewelleryMaker, our in-house gemologists don't just check and verify the gemstones, but they give the final seal of quality control.
Good evening, welcome to JewelleryMaker. My name is Ruth Lane and I'll be taking you through till 9 p.m. this evening. Now this is your Miss It, Miss Out show and we have got so much in store for you. Coming up, we've got your set 2 for 1, may I say, of your matrix. We've got one box selected of your cabochon cut gemstones and the other is your nuggets. So you've got tanzanites, there's also aquamarines, I think. Hang on, I've got it on a sheet. Yes, Morganite, peridot, and your yellow beryls there. If I tip that forwards a little bit more, I'm just scared it's going to slip off there. Okay, so that's coming up very shortly. We've also got Morganite Frenzy, which I'll just leave that one there for you, Sam. So you've got 2 strands here of your beautiful pink Morganites, and there is over, let me think of the carat weight of this. It doesn't actually tell me on the graphics, but you can see there's a substantial size there. So basically, you're probably thinking, well, hang on, those strands look identical, and this is exactly what I asked producer Kim earlier on. So one of the strands is a slightly larger size to the other, just so you can work that graduation into your designs. So I'd just like to remind you, your 4-hour finale is our fantastic chrome diopside. Not long to wait whatsoever now, is it? Less than 2 hours to go. But because we're feeling a little bit cheeky, we want to cheer you up. But you know what? We need to add a bit of spice. We want to get a bit of va-va-voom going. We're going to do some cheeky 1-minute wonders for you. So I'm going to kick off with your very first auction. It's going to be fast-paced. I might be talking quite fast. Oh, there we go, number 12. Andalusite. Wow, I have never seen anything like this. Guava Andalusite, or would it be the same? Let me have a look at the location on this. You've got 55 carats of your Andalusite. Now this is famed for, yes it is your Guava Andalusite from Brazil. Okay, so you might see if I twist this in the light, You normally get 2 colour tones coming from this. Now, if you're very familiar with Zarite, this reminds me, I'm going to pop it against the skin tone so you can see. It reminds me of Zarite, which is very, very, very high-end piece of jewellery. You're getting the 2 tones of your greens, of your beautiful pinks. Can you see your beautiful oranges there? 0800 644 655 is the number to dial. Okay, so it's your 1 minute wonder. It's basically what that means. As soon as the price comes in, you've got 1 minute to dial, and then that's it. We move on to the next auction. So there you go. Your clock's begun. We're going to get ready for that. That's after your second price, may I add, because we just want to stop off so you can associate and see what you should have been paying, what somebody else may have paid for this. Remember, it is your miss out show, so it's last of quantity left in the vault. £14.95. This is Guava Andalusite. This is such a rare gemstone. I think, to be honest, I don't know how many people have heard about this gemstone. Very, very rare, but we're going to get ready for that cheeky price crash, so make sure you're dialing nice and early, or if you're on the web, clicking those buttons, because that clock's going to start moving for you. Remember, Mr. Bussy Bargains in town, it's a record low, £10.95, but that clock's going, so while that clock's ticking, you've got to make sure you're getting in nice and early. Now, when we originally launched this gemstone, it started at £17.95, so you're getting a huge saving of £7. Okay, there's 44 seconds left to go to dial for this. It is your 1 minute wonder. We're going to do a few of these cheeky whatsits for you for £10.95. And sorry, my darling. Okay, so the parcel was only 3,000 carats. And there's 55 carats in this one. This is the best parcel that we've ever seen of Guava Andalusite. And that's one thing that I've never mentioned actually about Steve Bennett. He's very, very fussy about gemstone quality. If it's not good enough, he simply will not take it. And there is less than 15 seconds to go. So if you do want this in your collection, you've got a £7 saving here on your Guava Andalusite, one of the rarest gemstones we've ever seen. 5 seconds and then it's gone, I'm afraid. Best of luck to you. Congratulations for everybody getting involved in that auction. Well done. Okay, next piece, number 15. Here we go then. So this is your Prehnite. This, again, I don't mean to talk about other gemstones, but is very, very, very reminiscent of Peruvian. Would you not agree? Okay, so 0800 644 655. Is this going to be a 1 minute wonder? Just so I can give everybody at home a heads up, yes it will be. So after your second price comes in, basically you have 1 minute to dial, just to generate a bit of a frenzy, a bit of fun really, and make sure you're enjoying these fantastic low prices. And also we want to give you as much variety as possible, don't we? And we have had a bit of trouble with our graphics earlier, so it means that we can go a little bit lower than what we planned on our poll sheets. When I say poll sheets, it's basically what we've scheduled for the show. So there's 180 carats of your Prehnite here, and these are faceted rounds. They're a good size, 8mm, so you can work a lot of your jewellery making skills into that. Do you know what? You could have drop earring, anything. You guys are the experts, you know exactly what you're talking about. Ready for your first price crash then, so you can get a rough idea of what people have previously paid. £7.45. That's already fantastically low. Less than £10 for genuine gemstone jewellery. But I'm not gonna, it's a broken record, you know we're going lower. So as soon as that price kicks in, remember you've got less than 1 minute to go. £4.44. To be honest, this is such a devilishly good deal. We should have done 666, shouldn't we? But no, we're going to give you an extra £2 and 22 pence off for £4.44. 0800 644 655 is the number to dial. Congratulations to multi-buyers in Fife for getting on the lines nice and early. This is an incredibly popular design as well, but for less than £5, you cannot argue with that, can you? Now, I do believe, I'm being informed, the quantity is flying down very, very quickly. If you're not used to this format, I apologise, and I don't mean to put anybody off. It's just kind of a little bit of fun, really, to get everybody going. If you don't like the format, that's fine. You know, you're more than welcome to kind of wait, but obviously you avoid disappointment and missing out. Which we wouldn't want that. Okay, congratulations in the Scottish Highlands. Okay, oh wow, there's lots of you there. We've got Hillary, we've got Anonymous Bidder, we've got Arlene, Caroline, Ruth, Judy. There's less than 5 seconds to go. Do make sure you dial in and check out those okay, there's 8 web bidders there that didn't check out your baskets. There's actually 12 people I can see on the telephone lines. So literally they can snatch that out of your baskets. Now we're going to keep on going nice and fast pace. So Right, this is gold-plated sterling silver. Now this is a big deal because when producer Danny puts an asterisk next to an item, it means I like this. I like it a lot. Have we got a recording of this one? There we go. That's probably a little bit easier. I can show it you in the packet. I'll get them out. I'll pop them on the blackboard. Here we go. Is that somebody's makeup on the end of that? Oh no, it's not. Oh, Scott, what are you like? Okay, just bear with me. Right, so you've got gold-plated 925 sterling silver striped rice beads there then. Let's have a look at those for you. Okay, if I just show you that there. Okay, thank you very much, Lee. Oh, that one's got a coffee mark on it, lovely. Sorry, you're working with professionals here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of your beautiful. They are pretty, aren't they, as well? Okay, 0800 644 655. I'm ready for that price when you guys are. We're going to keep it cheeky for £6.95. Remember, this is gold plated. Gold plated, and I've been talking all night, haven't I, about stacking in between your individual gemstones. This is going to be perfect. This reminds me, see, I would put this with something like turquoise. You know how I keep going on about the continuity of designs, of inspiration? This makes me think of Greece. You can imagine those huge, great big, that's the one, that's what I was thinking, Tom, a Grecian urn, isn't it? That would work so wonderfully. And maybe, like the design I did, in fact, for the Morganite Frenzy, have we got that anywhere, the piece that I did? There's like two chains intertwining. That could work really, really, really well. £6.95, but we're still gonna go lower for you. Here we go then, nice and early guys, because we're going less than £6.95. Of course, I'm going to say it again, lowest price it's ever been, less than £5 for £3.95. You're getting 5. So it's basically buy 4, get 1 free, isn't it? This is beautiful, and it is in your 9 to 5 sterling silver. Okay, I'm being told there's limited quantity available. It is your miss it, miss out. That is so, so pretty. Honestly, I think that could work so well in a charm. Or even, you could use it to break up, like Sam earlier on had the green Aventurine, and she did one of the necklaces. This would work well with the separation between the chain and the actual gemstones, wouldn't it? For £3.95. Okay, I'm gonna leave those final few there for you. We've got a lot to get through. What I will say about this one, do you want me to say that? I'm being told this is hard to resist. I don't understand why. The code, right, yes. We've got some jokers in the house, haven't we? Have a look at this. I have never heard of this. Herkimer quartz, very reminiscent of your rutilated quartz, and your crackled, isn't it? It's got that just exposure of the raw formation of that gemstone. Beautiful. 0800 644 655. What would you add this to in your collection if you were to make a piece of jewellery with this? Because it's like your larger, that is beautiful. I love that recording. Just how, can you see how exposed that really, really, it makes me think of like Superman. He's just gone back home to see mum and dad. And yeah, no, do you not agree? It's that structure there, isn't it? Look at that. Okay, so do you know what? I'll be completely honest, we're not too sure about this gem. It's a bit of a newbie to us. Type it in on a famous search engine or a not so famous search engine, Herkimer quartz, and you can find out more about this gemstone. Yeah, what did happen to asking him? I don't know. 0800 644 655. Do you know what? It doesn't even matter because it's just the pure beauty that you're drinking in, that you're taking in. It is quartz. We're familiar with this. You've got your 8x4 and 18x7mm. Your strand is a good size as well for 18 centimetres. Ready for your price when you are. Is this a brand new piece? Is it a premiere? £14.95. It's so pretty. I think I'd be tempted. I'm a sucker for, when I say this again, it's all about that natural nugget, the exposure. In fact, if I show you one of these on a close-up, because I like the movement that you're getting from this. That's really going to work well into your designs if you're into your free flowing. And look at this one as well. You can actually see the formation of the gemstone. Oh my gosh, you're sneaking the clock in. This is going to be a 1 Minute Monday. So you've already seen your first price there at £14.95. Right, we're going to go very cheeky low. Less than 1 minute to go for £9.95. That's £5 that we've just taken off of that for you, purely because we can. It's as simple as that. Just look at the movement you're getting, the catchment of light, the exposure. It's gorgeous, isn't it? For £9.95. Okay, there's less than 40 seconds to go. Do make sure you're dialing early, Jewellery Makers, on 0800 644 655. And if you are on the web, there's lots of you popping it in your baskets, but you're not checking out. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. How many have we got left? Yep. There's less than 30, so that is to your own discretion if you want to miss out. Do you know what this actually reminds me of? Have you ever seen diamonds in their raw form? Because we used to do on our sister channel the like diamond nugget necklaces. It reminds me of that. It's really pretty. And it's all about where your imagination takes you, isn't it? And we've got less than, well, it's gone. Okay, so up next we've got Aquamarine. You're loving the Aquamarine. Okay. Look at these. Danny, you've been working really... Can I repeat that? I'm not going to say it's me because I'm not going to pretend it's coming out of my mouth when it's coming out of your mouth through my mouth. The code is Carew, okay, which in Welsh means love, and we love these. This is so high-end, the look that you are getting. In fact, the way that the light is shining down on this particular piece, there's so much glitter like coming through the formation, the structure there. Let me see if I can get that light for you. There you go. It's almost like, you know when you go swimming, right? And you're under the water looking up and the sun is beaming down above you and you can see the surface. It's almost like that, isn't it? You're looking up and the sky is above you there. So pretty. This is a fine example. I've never seen so much aquamarine. On our sister channel, we can't get hold of the stuff, and here you're absolutely bamboozled with it. You're in for such a treat. Now you've got 130 carats. I just want to show you this against the skin tone so you can get the full effect of that gemstone colour. What are you going to work this into when you're making your jewellery gemstones? See, pieces like this, I think it's all about, you don't want to take the attention away from that central gemstone, do you? I think you'd rather, like in the style of Sarah Bennett, I use her again as an example, I would literally, if I could learn how to do the silver clay, I think I'd cradle that piece there with, and then add, like, I'm assuming you can make a mould to make the silver ring. Can you do that in your ring size? That would be wonderful, wouldn't it? Do you agree? Okay, here's the number to dial then on 0800 644 655. We are going to go so low. Of course we are. £9.95. You're getting 130 carats. You can see the size of these. You can see how much that you're getting. Are you serious? Okay, we're going less than £10. It's aquamarine, 130 carats. You can see yourself that beautiful. This is natural. This isn't even enhanced. This is really, this has come out of the floor, out of the ground. Literally this colour, this blue. This is natural aquamarine. I can't believe you're doing this, Danny, for £6.95. I would have been happy at £9.95, and I love a good bargain. 0800 644 655 for less than 40 seconds to go for your graduate. This is ridiculous. What are we doing? We really are clearing the vault though, aren't we? You don't mind these prices, and we're loving the interaction with you tonight. Thank you so much for messaging in. We really appreciate your feedback. For less than £7. This means you can get 130 carats of your deep blue natural aquamarine with your P&P for less than £10. I cannot argue with that. such a wonderful price. But you know what? There's still less than 10 seconds to go. So while we're here on screen, check it out. I'm not surprised there's multi-buyers, Danny, to be honest. I am not. I would be doing exactly the same, and quite rightly so. Congratulations to all of you for getting involved. Well done. Okie cokes, what's up next? I keep slipping off this chair. Number 7. Right, okay. This is amazing. How cool. Okay, if you are a lover of druzy, if you are a lover of hematite, I've never, ever seen this, ever. This is a black spinel and it's coated in this beautiful golden finish. Isn't that, in fact, you don't want to see that bit of thread there because that's not what you're interested. How nice are these? They're like snow globes of pure gold. I love it. I love this so much. If you're into your glitz, if you're into your glamour, couldn't you just fall in love with this? Wow, I've never heard of that. Coated spinel, I love it. I wonder what the process, if it's quite difficult to do or not. And you know what's interesting, what the designer's done with this? Because spinel is known for its luster, they've worked that into the inspiration in the way that they've actually faceted this gemstone. Knowing that the spinel is full of luster, they're just doubling up that action, aren't they, to catch the eye with these beautiful golden tones. Do dial early. I have no idea what this is going to fetch for. I have no idea. On 0800 644 655, I'm intrigued to see what we're going to do with this. Okay, a price slash. Yes, it is for 6 to 9 millimeters, £14.95 for spinel. Okay, do you know what? Those of you that are on the web, I'm sorry if I keep referencing to web bidders and you're at home in the TV going, well, no. Well, if you can get access to the web, type in your search engine Lorraine Schwartz, because she's a huge black spinel designer. You'll have seen people on the red carpet such as Kate Hudson, I think Kelly Rowland, Kim Kardashian. Yeah, people like those, you know, celebs, they purchase from Lorraine Schwartz. She's a very famed designer, and her black spinels, bear in mind it's exactly the same gemstone, it's still come from the, you know, the ground, thousands of pounds, and you're getting it today for £14.95. No more sickening price drops, Danny. I'm lying, of course I'm up for it. We love a good price drop. 0800 644 655. You are going to want to add this to your collection. £8. Such a random price, but I love it. It could be £8.95, it could have been £9.95, but no, £8. £8 for 115 carats of your golden coated black spinel. I'm guessing, have we seen it at this price point before? Never been seen at this price point before. It is the lowest it has ever been seen at. But of course, that's what we're going to do. Right, there's less than 50 available. These have got to go. And you can see there's no compromise on the quality that you're getting here whatsoever, is there? Can you disagree with me? And if so, I want to know. I want to know what you disagree with me about, because I just think these are absolutely divine. For £8, it just seems unreal to me. Okay, we're down to less than 40 already. 115 carats of your golden coated black spinels. This is what it's all about, your Miss It, Miss Out show, isn't it? It's getting great deals, low quantities, low prices just for you. And it's January sale. So I can see some of you there dialing up on the phone lines. We've got anonymous bidders, we've got Audrey, we've got Judy, Andrew, congratulations. Now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 web bidders that haven't checked out. Can I just say to you that those of you that are thinking about it, I don't want to pressurize you, because you know, you might be thinking, okay, let's have a look what I've got at home already, and you're trying to work out some kind of idea there. You might not see it at this price again. It literally, it's down to the discretion of your producer. It really is. What mood they're in on that day. And I can tell you now, Danny, he's ruthless. Really ruthless. But it is all good for you guys for less than £8. So we can't guarantee that price again for you. It is a brand new low. So I'm going to move on to your next piece for you, which is number 23. Wow, citrine nuggets. I didn't expect them to be this big. Oh, my wire is stuck to the back of my chair, so I can't lean forwards. I'm having a bit of difficulty. Hang on 1 second. Oh no, how's that happened? No. Thanks, sweet pea. Look at those colours that you're getting. Do you know what, Danny? I can't hear you because I've taken you out my earpiece. These, do you know what? Citrine nuggets, these should be called honey, shouldn't they? Those beautiful, deep, deep golden yellows that you're getting there, just bursting through. Wonderful. I love them. Zesty, fresh. This is going to get you in the mood, going to get you ready for our, well, what's the next big season? I love them, don't you? Spring, there you go. Spring chicken. 0800 644 655. 720 carats of your citrine nuggets. I'm never, you know what, I don't know how close we can get. There's bubbles in here and I can see kind of purples bursting because it's almost like a crackled quartz. Sorry, Sam, there we go. I don't know if you can see that on screen. It's so interesting, isn't it? And you think that the reason you can see this is because of the formation of the gemstone. It's cool. And then think about what you can pass on to your customers, the stories that you can you know, tell, the formation. I mean, some people will just buy from you purely because of the beauty. But for me, I love the colour. Just the way you can see how exposed and natural and beautiful this gemstone is. Now, we have only got a few left. It is still miss out for the next hour and a half. This is my last time with you tonight as well on the Late Show. So if you have enjoyed my company, do me a favour. Will you let the big guys upstairs know if you want to see me. If you don't want to see me again, let them know that as well. That's absolutely fine. No, because you don't want people you don't want. But if you do want me, let them know. Let them know. Message us on Facebook. You can text in. You can leave comments on our website. We greatly appreciate it. I know I've got a lot to learn, but if you've got patience. Now, this is what you should be paying for 700 and... It's 1 minute wonder o'clock, isn't it? So you've got to dial nice and early, 0800 644 655. Make sure you're clicking on the web. Right, no hesitation with this one, I'm being told. There's a very, very, very low quantity. How low? How low, Jonesy? £5.65. That is very, very low. That's Oyo Savoy low, isn't it? Look at the length of this. The weight, again, if I had a weighing scale, I wonder... Diane, if you could, yeah, I'm sure they're flying. Of course you're flying in at this price. Wow. Okay, web bidders, check out, because right now there's over 20 of you there. But if you don't check out, it's as simple as that. You will miss out. Now, so far, the people that have beaten you to it are multi-buying. We've got Andrew, we've got Anonymous. Well done. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you for listening. We've got Carol, Audrey. We've got Penny, who's just checked out. I won't say your name if you haven't been successful. So if you want to be successful, if I say your name, you know you've done it, don't you? Anonymous bidder in Hampshire. Well done, Andrew. We've got June from Northamptonshire. We've got Anonymous from Staffordshire. We've got Norfolk, Kentucky, Manchester. We've got Kent, Dunbartonshire. Yes, America, because we broadcast across the globe. Less than 2 seconds to go. By the way, if you've got friends that are interested in jewellery making, tell them about us, because we now, on the web, there's access to us everywhere. And I think we can ship pretty much most places, because obviously everywhere, otherwise, you know, okay, we've wrapped that one up. Star Buy coming up for you next. Good evening, welcome to JewelleryMaker. My name is Ruth Lane and you've got me for another hour and a half. I hope you've enjoyed my company. I've certainly really appreciated spending time with you for the last 2 evenings. Now, this is your star buy. This is 2-for-1 matrix. What I want to do first is show you our first selection of loose gemstones. So if I just, is it easier if I take the lid off for you, Scott, so we can get rid of, oh yes, oh wow. So pretty, isn't it? So pretty. Now, I did have a sheet that I'd written down earlier with all the gemstones that you're getting in this collection. And I appear to have, oh, here we go. So there you can see you've got your tanzanite, your aquamarine, morganite, peridot, and your yellow beryl. So 2-for-1 matrix special selection here then. Now you've got your cabochon cut and your rough nuggets. So I'll show you your rough nuggets first. So there you can see all of your gemstones. And they're a good size as well, aren't they, that you're getting here. If I put my baby finger, you can see there's a good selection here for you. And I'll show you your cabochon cut. So basically, we could have easily brought these to you as a single set, but we want to give you the opportunity to work with, because you know there's certain shapes. Some of you will prefer working with your nuggets, some of you will prefer working with the cabochon shapes. Let's show you this one here. And I think this works well with the gemstones we've got here. So your softer tones such as your morganites, that really does glide well with that cabochon finish, doesn't it? Catching the light there in every single one of these. And you can see the Labradorescence, everything this is between. You can see, in fact, that top corner there, you can see the blue schiller just coming through. So this is both combined together. In fact, you know what? I would work both of these cuts together. I think it could work really well. What would you do? I think maybe you could do every other. Have a nugget, have a nugget, have a cabochon, have a nugget, have a cabochon. Whatever you prefer. 0800 644 655 is the number to dial. It's 2-for-1, so 2 for the price of 1. Bog off. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Bearing in mind, we're not just talking about cuts here, we're talking about gemstones. Why have we selected these gemstones for you? We've chosen the tanzanite, you can see the aquamarine, the morganite. Why these gemstones? Because don't they just blend so well together? And it's a true representation of your natural, beautiful gemstones. You've got your deep oceanic blues, you've got your dark, mystical skies, you've got your softer toned yellows there, bringing in the night sky, your softer pinks for those early morning. It just all weaves in together, painting that array of beauty for you. Now we're going to give you a cheeky star buy price. Remember, you're getting 2 sets here. I've got a feeling we're going to go low for £19.95. This is buy one get one free, because when you think about the calibre of gemstone that we're bringing to you here, I would be happy, I genuinely would be happy at this price at £19.95 for the fact you've got your morganites, for the fact you've got your Labradorescence. You've also got here, I think that looks like, let me have a look, is that moonstone as well? It doesn't say that on my graphics, but that, to my eye, that looks like moonstone. And I would say, is that the black onyx or agate? We're not sure, the graphics don't quite say, but I will get back to you on that. But they're beautiful, aren't they? And then £19.95, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 trays here. But then over here, this is the beautiful, I'm in love with these. So what Tom's saying is he would do 2 separate designs with this. Keep all your nugget roughs together, and then do a separate piece of jewellery with all your cabbage, which, yeah, I think that makes more practical sense. Oh, I've just heard in my earpiece, good suggestion. Why not call this Take the Rough with the Smooth? Was that you, Tom, or was that Danny? Because that was you. Fair play, I like that. £19.95, but all of this is just oozing. Look at the depth of colour in that tanzanite, and it is all about that freshness, that zest, the fact that you are taking this raw, natural gemstone and adding it into your beautiful jewellery. Look at those peridots as well. Now, they are beautifully selected peridots. The colour that you're getting, I'm trying to see, I can't see hardly any inclusions in any of those there at all whatsoever for £19.95. 0800 644 655 is the number to dial. I'm going to leave those final few there for you. We've got a lot to kick off with the rest of the hour. By the way, do not forget, coming up, we've got your 4-hour finale, your chrome diopside, and Danny in Poetry Corner, he's going to do a little sweet something for you. Our miracle lyrical, here is your chrome diopside. Just check out, It's not even like there's so much vividity of colour. Vividness, there we go. In a nutshell. Now there's less than 20 minutes of this hour to go for you, so don't forget you've also got your Morganite Frenzy coming up at the top of the hour, which I actually made a piece earlier for you, which will be coming up in a little bit. So we're going to kick off then and carry on with what we're doing next. Are you not sitting in your chair anymore? You sound like you're on speakerphone from a distance. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to ignore you, Danny, if you don't have me selected. Yes, because I can't hear you, love. Here we go. Oh, my wordy. Wow. Now this, earlier on, I wanted... Can I make this a presenter's picks, guys? Because I wanted to bring Labradorite in the first hour, and I wasn't able to bring it to you because the graphics went down. Is that okay, Tom? Didn't hear a word I said. I'd like this as a presenter. Is that okay? Because... Okay. Okay. Basically, when I came into the building today, Danny said to me... Danny said to me earlier on, when I came in, I want you to pick a presenter's piece every hour that you can fall in love with, that you can romance. Labradorite was one of the ones from earlier on. Unfortunately, I didn't get to play it for you, but I've just decided now we're going to bring this to you, seeing as I never got to bring you the one earlier. And that is what it's all about for me. Okay, so just quickly, to reference the previous auction, the Star Buy, I want to show you Liana in Shropshire, fellow Shropshirean. Shropshirean, yeah, I'm from Shropshire too. Liana asked, which is a good question because obviously a lot of people would like to know. You can see there is a drill hole there for your rough gemstones to go through. Okay, so that just helps. And with the cabochon ones, can I double check? These are not, these don't have, so you might want to set those in like silver or of some sort maybe. Okay, so back to your Labradorite. Look at those. I am so in love. I can't get over that this is natural, that Mother Nature has created. Would you agree with me? It's so pretty, so high end. Now we have only got a few of them left for you. I've got 2 presenters picks this hour actually, so I am going to whistle on with this one a little bit quickly. Oh yeah, I was going to tell you, wasn't I, as well, I'd learned something new about Labradorite. I wrote it down, so bear with me if you get in the side of my head. Something new, because I'm familiar with the gemstone, but I just wanted to teach you something, you know, while I'm learning, you can, it's folklore. So the Native Americans called this gemstone Firestone because they loved the way that the light captured inside the stone and it looked as if it was dancing with fire. So labradorescence is truly a one-of-a-kind mineralogical experience which must be viewed firsthand to see the true beauty. And they also believe that this is where the Northern Lights came from. Go on, Tom, tell us more. Yeah, so they thought that I'm repeating what you're saying, a Wati warrior, a Native American, yes, Inuit warrior, pierced the stone, I'm repeating what Tom's saying here, with the spear, yeah, and that set free the Northern Light. Isn't that a beautiful thing? That's so gorgeous. And you can see why they would think that, and you can see the Northern Lights here, can't you, in that? All those colours there. Scott's having a look now on the big screen. You can, can't you though, my love? Absolutely beautiful. Okay, so 110 carats of your I can't say it now. Labradorite, graduated plain ovals. Sorry, Danny, I'm sorry. 0800 644 655 for £11.95. But we're going to go again because that's what we're all about. And it's my pick. And I did say earlier, Danny asked me, well, why? Why? Not only because of the beauty, because of the price. For £6.95. It's never been that low before. But are you actually surprised when it's us lot all together? This is what we do. We're bringing you fabulous prices. Oh, that's so glorious. I really am. I wish I could see what you're going to make out of these, and I'm very envious at how crafty you all are as well. But in fact, send them in on the Facebook page. What is is it literally just JewelleryMaker and then you click like? Okay, so then you can post on our wall. It's as simple as that. £6.95. That's wonderful, isn't it? Okay, so there's 15 minutes left to go. I've got to cram in your star buy as well as another presenter's picks. Do you want me to whiz on then? Okay. So we're going to keep the other presenter pick. Oh, yes! Got you, got you, got you, got you. Look at this. Take this. If you're into your feminine pinks, everybody is in awe of this. Can you guess what these are? There you go. It's okay, Danny. It's fine, I like it, but we don't want to guess. We just want to see what it is. It's beautiful, isn't it? Now, right, because I've been with the company for 2 years, I'm a producer. Basically, my job is to know prices that you want to pay for genuine gemstone jewellery. It's as simple as that. Okay, yeah, Danny, yes it is. Now, here we've got a multicolour sapphire. If you've heard of the GIA, that is the Gemological Institute of America. A lot of our presenters here take a qualification which is actually certified by them to make them an AJP, which is an accredited jewellery professional. Now, I am not one of those, as you can probably tell. However, I have been trying to do my research to help you as much as possible so you can really appreciate. I mean, you guys are the experts. You know, you buy jewellery day in, day out. You're designing these beautiful pieces to bring to your friends, to family, for yourself, you know, and maybe as traders. So I have never seen sapphires like this. They're like little bubbles, aren't they, of just pure colour. So I thought, well, okay, I'm used to seeing sapphire kind of set into silver or gold as a gemstone piece, you know, never really exposed on its own like this. So this is what I learned today to try and kind of help you justify what we can do with this price point. So sapphire is a member of the corundum family, which pure corundum is known as white sapphire and colourless. Now, the closest I can get to on that here would probably be this little chap here. Can you see there's very, very little colour in that? There is a little bit of shadowing coming from the studio because we've obviously got quite a dark, basically there's sound padding in the building which is like a dark colour, but you can see that is the close to colourless as we're getting there, and on this back one here where my finger's pointing, close to colourless as possible. So the chromium trapped inside the corundum allows us to see your pink sapphire, which you're getting right there on that recording. Can you see those deep, vivid pinks? So when admiring sapphire, this is what I learned as well. We've got a learning library on gemporia.com which tells you all about any of the gemstones you want to know a little bit more. If you turn it back and forth, which I'll try and do, it's kind of hard from a distance, but it will allow the light to travel through the gem and display even more colours. This beautiful array of colours emitted is, as the gem is moved, is known as pleochroism. So that's what you'll get in there. So 0800 644 655 is the number to dial if you are interested in such a beautiful. I hope I didn't bore anyone too much. I just thought it'd be interesting to kind of give you a bit of a different take on sapphire. Here we go then. Your price is coming in for you now for £19.95 for sapphires, September's birthstone. But do you know what, Danny? Right, this is my birth. I was born in September. So I don't want you to take, can I say not to take £1 off? Can we go a little bit lower? Or were you gonna, it's my pick. Can I really pick the price? How low can I go? Can we take £1 off? Just to justify we shouldn't be going any lower than this. You've got 55 carats here. Let me show you the full length of the strand. Can we take another £1 off while I'm doing this? Are you happy with it? It's £17.95 for sapphires. When you think of the sort of people we know, I could refer to the Duchess of Cambridgeshire. Can we take another £1 off? You're going to go straight down to it. Here we go for £12.95. That's a huge amount we've just dropped that price down to for you. For sapphires, this is a record low. This is one of the big five, famed for its pure clarity. And I don't want to devalue the gemstone for you whatsoever, but you can see the vivivity. If I just show you the whole way across as well. And I like the fact that you have got those two colour tones together. So Sorry about that, I was choking on my mic there. For £12.95. 55 carats of your multicolour sapphire. I don't want to devalue the gemstones. I don't want you to think that's what we're doing. We just want you to add these collectible pieces into your jewellery making, and we just want to make everybody happy. Do you know what I mean? For 0800 644 655. It's not too much to ask, is it? And I hope you're enjoying the Miss It Miss Out show with Danny whenever he's producing. Honestly, great prices, because it is to the discretion of him. We all plan the show, you know. I'll say over, this is what I'm going to say about this is what I'm going to say about that, and obviously Tom gives you these beautiful recordings so you can see what you are going to get home in the flesh. Oh, that beautiful recording. I'll leave those final there, few there for you. Okay, so we've got rose gold plated flower connectors. I just accidentally, it's quite small and fiddly, it just dropped into the box of a previous auction we played. I want to just show them together because I was like, oh, that works. It's the Prehnite. Oh, I love these. Sarah Green did these the other day in one of the designs when I did the design inspiration show with her. How well does that work together, those two colours, if you did get involved with the Prehnite earlier? Is that not beautiful? That's so sophisticated, isn't it? It is all about the kind of, if you are designing for somebody else, you've got to think about the kind of person that you're designing for. Is she a sophisticated lady? Is she glamorous? Does she like more simple plain designs? Right, I'm going to show you these just on the board without the green here. There we go. So you're getting a set of 2 rose gold plated your flowers, and they are on a sterling silver base, so you're not going to get any green or horrible things, you know, turning your skin tone whatsoever. These are glorious, and you know what I like as well? The actual, you can see the hook there on each end. It's actually on a slant, so this is not like directly parallel line, so that you've got room for movement. So if I twist that round to show you what I'm, there you go. Where if you're popping this into a bracelet, it's just going to sit nicely beneath that parallel. In fact, I don't know if that makes sense. If I give you a parallel line there, do you see what I'm saying? So it's just dipping slightly below and making, it's like an augmentation really, isn't it, of that design. An augmentation when you stretch something. So like within music, you augment a piece. Here we go then. There you go, always learning, even from me. Rose gold plated, they're 95. We're gonna do something phenomenal. Right, okay, I'm being told to warm you up, to give you a warming. Dial ASAP. We say it all day, every day, just because people do miss out and if you've been there yourself, it's horrible, and we don't like to disappoint you and leave you in despair. So just trust me when I say we won't let you down. Now, the price you're about to see on screen is what you should be paying. This is for two. It's only appeared once on air before at this price. However, we're not going to honour that price today. We're going to beat it. We are going to beat it so hard, so much lower. Here we go then for your rose gold plated £2.85. That's not for one of these. Okay, do you know what? These all need to go, otherwise we're going home. Shall I just, yeah. £2.85. Are you serious, Danny? This is gold over the top of silver. You clearly have. You're going to be, I think when Paula gets back, you're in trouble, sunshine. 0800 644 655. If you are on the web, make sure you're checking out your baskets. So lovely to see so many of you there dialing in, and you know exactly when you see good quality, don't you? It really, really is beautiful there. Wow, web bidders are going crazy. Come on, telephone bidders, put them up, fight your corner. I know there's a little bit of a queue time, but it's free, isn't it? It's free phone. 0800 644 55. I can't say it. 0800 644 655. Okay, are there enough people there? Yes, lots of you there. Right, and also, while we're sticking to the rose gold and the peachy tones, this is your Morganite Frenzy coming up at the top of the hour. Now, I asked you yesterday to challenge me to make a piece of jewellery, which will be my second time I've had an attempt, and I actually did a bracelet, which I will show you with one of these nuggets. I was going to demonstrate it to you. I don't know if we're going to have time because we're running behind with the graphics. I can kind of give you the rough description of what I did. It won't be as talented as many of you anyway, but it just proves that everyone can jewellery make, and that's the point that we're trying to make. We don't want to, you know, discriminate or leave anyone out. Literally, if I can do it, everyone can do it. Right, next up we have got for you number 5. Grey moonstone, wow. I like this. I think this could work so well with the Morganite I just showed you. So pretty. It's just getting that right combination of colour. That's so pretty. According to Gok in the director's seat, Mr. Wan, these two, they do work well together though, don't they? It makes me think of a baby elephant. I don't know why. Is that because of programs I've watched when I was little? I don't know. Baba, does anyone remember Baba? Yeah, weren't they this colour? Yeah? It's just those nice kind of pastel tones, isn't it? Or, oh, possibly. Okay, 85 carats of your grey moonstone. I'll just move the Morganite out of the way. That is going to be coming up this hour for you if you would want to pair those together. It will be coming up next actually, so that's perfect back to back if you are interested in the two of these. Now, moonstone, let me see if I can get any. Here you go on this one here. I'm just going to move that out your way, Scotty, just so you can see that. Here you go, see, it's back again. My Jackie McQueen chav strand every time. It's the lighting or something, I don't know, it makes my hair separate. Or maybe it's the stress of these low price points. Thank you, Tom. Look at that beautiful moonstone schiller there. There you go, look at that, the recording does it far more justice, I have to say. 0800 644 655 is the number to dial. Right, so they're irregular drops. Now, we've not seen many of these this evening, have we? Really, this would work so well with some of your silver even, your silver based, or polymer clay. Right, I don't know much about that. Is it McClay? The clue's in the name, isn't it? Right, thank you for bearing with me, everybody at home. What could you, oh, yeah, I know a lot of you have seen, done like floral designs with the polymer clay. Could you make this like your centerpiece? You know how the stalk of the flower, if you were doing a floral piece, what's it called in the bit where the bees come to get all the pollen from? You got the stem, is it stamen or stamen? You know, you know what we're on about anyway. So this could be the central piece, couldn't it? And then you could have your polymer clay just bursting with all that colour popping out. It really would complement that. Now, I have been told I've got to get a shuffle on for you, so do dial nice and early, 0800 644 655. And if you're on the web, do make sure you check out your baskets, because we're going to give you a fantastic low price for £8.95. This isn't just moonstone, it's not any moonstone, it's your grey moonstone. You're getting those nice soft midnight tones there. Lovely pieces for you. And we're going to do what, Danny? Really? Is Mr. Bargain Bus back in town? Bargain Bus. We need to get like a slide. Can we? Oh, that would be so cool if he could just slide across the bottom of the screen. Oh, we could have a bargain bus in town soon. Hop on if you fancy the ride, because it's less than £8.95. This is beautiful. We should have called, can we have an under £10 hour? Could we do that? Oh, well, I won't be here. But yeah, I just think it would be cool. Everyone's going to be there straight away. £5.95. No messing, is it? You just want to know you're getting the deals. Well, you know, we're not devaluing anything. We've got a clear stock, and you are completely in love with this. I cannot blame you. 0800 644 655. Right, we've got Teresa, we've got Rebecca, we've got Sue, Susan, Helen, Bryony, new bidder, Lynn and Gandolfa. We've got a new telephone bidder. If you make sure you check out your baskets, I can guarantee them. At the minute, those names that I've called out, there's only 3 of you that I can guarantee is yours. And that is James, Sue and Susan. Oh, and Helen, an anonymous bidder, and Teresa. Now the rest of you need to check out your baskets in order for that to be yours. But now it's time for your star buy, so don't go anywhere. I'll see you in a second. Good evening, welcome to Jewellery Maker. My name is Ruth Lane and this is your star buy. So I'm very excited to bring to you this beautiful feminine gemstone. We like to call this strand Morganite Frenzy. Now, both strands are very, very similar. You might find yourself saying, okay, but the difference is, rather than bringing to you one strand with a graduation, we're bringing you two, and they're slightly different in size. So I'll just let you see that there on the bust, and then I'll show you the whole way along. Okie dokie. So I'm going to take this one off there for you. Look at those beautiful, vivid pinks. Now the difference is you've got 60 carats of Morganite in the one strand. Now the faceted drops are approximately, let me have a look. Oh, I'm not, that's just changed off my graphics, it doesn't tell me anymore. The size is, okay, sorry, so the first one, it's 9.5 to 16.8 millimeters, which is a 15 centimeter strand. And the next one, which I'll just pick up for you, you'll see a slight size difference. Here we go. So this one is 10 by 5, or is it the other one? 10 by 5 to 17 by 7 millimeters and a 16 centimeter strand. I just want to hold both the strands together as well, so you can actually see how much Morganite you're getting. Oopsie, she dropped it. There you go. Look at how much Morganite you've got there. Aren't you spoiled? Really going to be a good deal. There's a reason we've named this Morganite Frenzy, because we know how much you love this gemstone. We know as well how difficult it has been for us to get hold of this for you, for the quality that we want to bring to you. Say that again, Danny. Now, a good point Danny's just stated in my ear is how well, right, he's very strategically structured this hour for you, because a lot of the pieces you've already purchased would go wonderfully well with this. And that's what we've employed him for, because he's an expert. He really is at working these pieces together. And you know, you think about some of the quartz that you've seen, some of the greens, the softer pastel tones, really thinking to work these together. Now I got set a challenge yesterday to design a piece of jewellery and bring it to you, just to prove, you know, there's no point me being a stranger popping on screen saying, hi, I'm going to bring you genuine gemstone jewellery, and then not actually even trying to make an effort to, so I just thought, you know what, if you're gonna, it's kind of like joining brownies, isn't it? And I just wanted to like wean my way in. So I chose this piece. I chose the nugget, and I took this off well, there's a second sample. You don't need to know that, but here you can see, and just in case you thought you were going to get a strand with one missing. So simply, I've used the pliers as well that you saw earlier. I did need one of the other ones, but I made do. You can see I've just used a little bit of wire. Now, I believe it was a 0.6 size in the wire to fit through that drill hole, which is something you need to think about as well. Does it come with the drill hole on the description when people purchase their gemstones? It will do. Okay, that's fine. That's good to know as well. That's something to think about if you are a first-time buyer. So simply just weaved that through using the pliers and then twisted that onto the gold flash chain here. Now, my original plan was to make a bracelet, and I was literally going to have loads of drops, but time was against me. I needed to prep for the show. So it kind of changed as I went along, and you might find that happens to you. Does that happen to you with your designs as well? It really, you know, and that's fine, because you can kind of work with the flow. And a quote from Gemma Crow, one of our guest designers, is "Don't think, just do," which happens to my vocabulary an awful lot. Now, what I decided to do was add in this clasp for you here. Now you can see it's gone a little bit doolally there at the side where I've slightly joined it together wrong, but I've literally just, this piece here, I weaved the wire around, but you can kind of get a rough idea. It's a double strand, and simply you hook it onto the clasp, so you've got a double strand of the chain, and then it would just drape down. I mean, I could put it on the wrist, but I think Danny just wants me to hurry up. I mean, how would you have done it? What would you have done with this gem? Let me know. I am seriously, I'm interested in the interaction. So that would have been just drop down, and I'll pop. Do I get to keep this, by the way? Oh, thanks, guys. So I could show you, but I've got to be really quickly. I promise you that does fit on there. Gives you a rough idea. So you are getting, do we know the carat weight? So it's 115 carats of your Morganite. Okay, this is from Brazil. and I'm going to pick these up so you can see them one last time against the skin tone. You're getting such a nice array of colours as well. I like that you've got your softer pastels, your raspberry pinks just bursting through. Now we've got a lot coming up in the next hour, so I am going to have to get skedaddle and get on with it a little bit. 0800 644 655. It's what you're waiting for anyway. It's that price of £57.90. This is one of the most considered gemstones. Think about the sort of people that you associate with this gemstone. Think about what you could do with your jewellery collections, what you're going to make with this, who you're making this for. Are they going to fall in love with those gorgeous feminine pinks, those beautiful soft tones? 0800 644 655. I can see a few of you there thinking about it, and I'm not going to lie to you, it is a more considered purchase. Of course it is. It's Morganite. We know in the last year the cost of Morganite, because it's getting more and more difficult to mine, the cost of it has gone up. Therefore, we're trying so hard to bring it to you at the same prices as before. Now, actually, Steve and Sarah, the company owners, they went to one of the gem trade fairs. Is that right? Yeah, gem trade fairs. And I believe Sarah, like they just turned, they got offered a parcel and they were like, no. The quality's just not good enough. We're just, because they don't want to pass on to you. You know, we don't want to have a bad reputation. You are our PR, you are our advertisement. And so it's getting harder and harder and harder for us to bring these to you at these fabulous prices. And then we go and do prices like this, because for over 100 carats of Morganite, you are going to be chuffed to bits with this when you get this home, when you see those beautiful pinks for £34.95. Okay, how many have we got left? How many did we start with? Less than 100. This is your star buy, very high-end considered purchase, but then high-end and £35 when you think you're going to get change from a £50 note for Morganite. It just doesn't sound right, does it? It is a JM sale, so do act fast now. I know you might be thinking, okay, I'm pushing the boat out a little bit, but it's worth it. Trust me, the value that you're going to get. In fact, if you are a trader, I would encourage you to multi-buy. And I can't say it's an investment piece, because that wouldn't be fair for me to say that. But if you are a trader, you know for a fact, the fact that you've got over 100 carats of Morganite, you are going to, can I say you're going to make a profit on that? Is that, I can't guarantee it because I don't want to get into trouble. I've got to word stuff very careful. Just think about what you could sell this for. That's the best way to go about it. 0800 644 655. You could put 2 in a pair of earrings, maybe that big central one, make a beautiful pendant. And I know what I'd do. What would you pay for that? For the size of that, 50, 60 pounds? It's to your discretion really what you choose to do with that, what you make of that. Now I'm going to have to leave you there, I'm afraid, guys. We have got one more hour to go. We've got some silver findings selection after the break, so please stay tuned. If there's anything you have missed out on, make sure you have a look on our website at www.JewelleryMaker.com. I'll see you in a second.
If you love classic jewellery, then why not come and join guest designer Gemma Crow on our vintage workshop. Gemma will guide you through various beading and wirework techniques which will inspire you to create timeless designs from a bygone era. The full course includes a selection of wire, a selection of findings and charms, a bead scoop, use of all relevant tools and equipment, a buffet lunch and refreshments, a tour of the studio and a visit to our Gemstone Museum. All of this for just $69.95. Have a blast from the past and take home some amazing designs. For further information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
Here at JewelleryMaker, we have many stages of quality control, from lab tests all the way through to our own in-house gemologists. We're confident with our quality, but we want to give you that peace of mind by offering you a 30-day money-back guarantee.
Tune in to the Miss It Miss Out show every day between 5 and 9 p.m. for our New Year's sale. We'll be going to low prices that you won't want to miss. All stock must go. The New Year's sale. Miss it and you'll miss out. Here at the Genuine Gemstone Company, we are happy to announce that our studio store is now open. If you attend any of our courses, you can now browse through special items, get exclusive discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Become an exclusive customer at the studio store. For more information on available courses and dates, please contact our call centre. The new studio store. The experience just got better.
Good evening, welcome to JewelleryMaker. My name is Ruth Lane and this is my final hour ever with you on JewelleryMaker. Unless you want me back, of course. Right, so it's our last 50 minutes. Right, a quick skim over what we've got coming up for you. Your superstar buy, your chrome diopside. We've been telling about you this for 4 hours. There's a reason why it's your finale. You can just see those beautiful vivid greens just oozing out of that chrome. And when I tell you about the difficulty it is to bring this to you and the low price that Danny has managed it, he had to email our manager and beg and justify the price point that he could bring to you today, because most of the time it's down to the producer's discretion, but he has worked very hard to get you this saving just for tonight, just purely because it's one of our favourites across the team here. Now I've also got a star buy coming up for you in about 20 minutes time. This is your beautiful multicolour coated chalcedony. So you can see there's pearl, there's the pinks and the dark blue and yellows there. Now that example, am I allowed to show that yet? That's amazing. Who made this? Okay, so this was made by Susan with a kiss. Thank you so much, Susan. And is that one of our guest designers? Wow, one of our beading buddies. Susan, if you're watching, I love this. That makes me think of kind of tribal wear. I think that's so, and my favourite method, it's the wags wire cone. Now I'm gonna have to kick off for you with some of your auctions because we've not got a lot of time. Oh no, who let them all out of the bag? They've all gone everywhere. Oh, there we go. Right, making life more difficult as per. I love this. I'm into rose gold. Right, we're going to be really fast. So as soon as you see something, if you like it, dial, because it's low quantities. Miss out. 0800 644 655. Okay, so it's 9 inch in length. It's rose gold onto 925 silver, so it's plated. Right, we're going to do 1 minute wonder for you after this auction. Okay. Right, oh, there you can see, starting from this auction. Here we go then, so we're going to bring you your price in shortly. Here comes your price for £17.95. It's silver findings, it is 9 inches there. That's lovely. What could you do with this? You could drop so much. I'd use feathers, I think, and that detail there, the movement that you're going to get, the fluidity. This is very, you know what, you could actually make a watch out of this, couldn't you? If you actually, do we sell watch mechanisms as well? Yes, we do. Thank you, Sam. Thank you very much. She's lovely. Oh, and you're chipping that price, of course you are. I'm confused now because originally the format was, right, we're changing the format. Right, do you know what? You've got to dial as quick as you can now because there's less than 10 seconds to go for £15.95. I can't even keep up. What would you pay for this in a high street jeweller's? And you know what? We could have easily just left that in a hoop detail, but you've got that nice twisted rope finish there, which was very popular. Right, next on to number 1 for you. Okay, sterling silver closed jump rings. So these would be used, so I know that you can use the pliers, to twist these out. I'll just tip that for you so you can see that nice and quickly. I hope you're okay with the speed. 925 sterling silver, so literally it is what it says on the tin. Closed jump rings, there you go, so you can see how many you're getting there. They're 9mm, a 50-piece set. Dial nice and early, we're not going to let you down on the price. 0800 644 655. You can see you've got your clock in the corner, £19.95. You know you're not going to pay that today though, don't you? For silver, for beautiful silver, solid sterling silver. And this is going to work along, I mean, I noticed earlier on, Sam looked at using some of these earlier in the rose gold. Literally, you can just add it. Oh, what was that? In one of the VTs earlier, I saw one of the ladies as well using, I'm going to lose it, I'm going to lose the plot. But chainmail, that was it. Which is, I guess, is this a similar sort of process, would you agree? Look, that price has gone down. I didn't even notice it. Danny, you are so cheeky. £17.95. 0800 644 655 is the number to dial. Look, there's less than 17 seconds to go. A 50p set. Now, I have been told we are low. I've said it all night. You know it's low quantities. You know the format. I've missed it myself now. I don't know how long the late show's been going, but you're with us. You know, you've been here a lot longer than me. £17.95. Right, I'll leave those there. I've got to get these back in the bag and I've got to move on to box number 2. Ooh, I feel like this challenge, Anna. Do you know what? Whack the graphics in straight away if you want, Danny, and I'll get them up for you. There's me, bossing, booing, bossing. Number box 2. I never produce from the floor. Okay, so basically identical, but in gold. Now, we don't have a picture, so I will have to show you these in the flesh. So it's gold-plated 925. So if you want the same kind of price point, but for a look of a lot more, get them out of the bag. Here you go. Okay, so at the minute, these are your open jump rings. Okay, 0800 644 655. And I would like to put in a request for some new velvet blackboards. Not that I'm being a diva whatsoever. 0800 644 655. Remember, anything that you have seen so far this hour, you need to check it out your baskets, or if you're on the telephone lines, please let the call centre know that you'd like to make a purchase, just simply by quoting them that code in the top corner. Here we go then for a look of a high-end piece of jewellery. This could work with your Monica Vinader inspired pieces, maybe Rachel Norris. Oh, half price. I wonder what we can do with this. Less than half price. We've got less than 45 seconds to go. Here we go then for £3.95. This is silver coated in gold. How wonderful is this? What a deal you are getting. Such a low price. I mean, I wish I could kind of say more what you could do with this, but you know when you're getting a deal, you know the designer inspiration there. Right, we've got some names coming up for you. Wow, there's so many of you there. Okay, we've got Susan, we've got Audrey, another Susan, hello there in Nottinghamshire. We've got Elizabeth, Wendy, Christine, Tina, Gandolfer, Carrie, Bryony, Tracy, Meg, Susan. Congratulations, everybody. Well done. I think that one's going to be a sellout, to be honest. You lot are so bonkers. There's less than 2 seconds to go. Well done. Thank you for trusting us. Right, we're going to keep moving on. Do you know what, Scott? I'm going to leave that one there for you. Do your job. There we go. Box number 10. I'm joking. You're lovely. You're all, the crew have been so friendly. Now this is, all night I've been talking about enamel. I've been talking about moulds. Have a look at this. This is 925, of course, we wouldn't do anything else. Sterling silver pendant. And it's off. He's like, no, I don't want to go, I'm happy in the vault. 0800 644 655. If you are into saving, now is the time to dial. We've worked so hard to push these prices down for you. Look at that clock though, less than 1 minute to go for £11.95. Do you know what? I could pay that. I would be happy paying that. Okay, how about if we give you your P&P and then a little bit more to make sure you get this home and you're a satisfied customer, because that's what we want. We love smiley faces. For £6.95. Money back guarantee, get it home and fall in love. And that grid, I'm guessing there's a reason why there is that grid there. Is this, okay, beading thread, I'm being told. Informed about polymer clay. Yes, I've quoted that earlier. I think I'd be a fan of that. I just want to get so involved and be able to do what you guys are doing and appreciate. I mean, I do appreciate. I had a little go earlier at jewellery making, and it's so fascinating to see what pieces you do produce and what you can get out of these for less than a £10 note. Getting it home as well. 0800 644 655. You get less than 1 second to go. Okay, number 5. No, I don't want a breath. Let's keep rolling. Unless you want to. I mean, I'm not producing. Oh, you, Danny. I tell you what, he's a slave. He's working hard to bring you these fantastic prices. Right, I'm just going to put this messily on here so Scott can tidy it up nicely. Here we go. 0800 644 655. But don't you love that? Isn't that why you love a falling price auction channel? I realise I've got that in the wrong order, but it doesn't matter. It's the excitement of getting involved, getting it home, and knowing that you've got that prize, this wonderful piece, silver plated copper. So this means now earlier on I was going on about 925, 925. This is still the quality, because I learned earlier on, Sam, was it you that told me, or was it Tom, about the copper plated, and it's coated so that you don't get any allergy, kind of, if you've got very sensitive skin. What's the coating called, Tom? E-coating, which most of you as jewellery makers, you're probably familiar with. If you're not, then I've just learned something new. Now look, you've got less than 15 seconds to go for £13.95. You've got so much there. 100 sets. Think of the value. Break that up. £1.39 per piece. That's ridiculous, isn't it? When you think, well done. Okay, I'm going to leave that one there for you. Scott, I'm going to pop that one there for you, sunshine. Number 13. Number 13. 11. Why am I making up numbers in my head? Who knows? This is cool. Okay, I've picked the tattiest board. What is it? Right, I'm going to show you the two sides. Oh, you only get one. Okay, let's show you the front and back at the same time. So you're only getting one of these. So it's gold plated 925 sterling silver. In fact, shall I just hang it up against, shall I use the tweezer? Okay. If I show you that there against the skin tone, so it's a gold plated sterling silver matte hammered pendant finding. Look at that texture there. So I'm assuming that you could put something onto this, is that right? Would you agree? Like maybe could I glue a gemstone on? Or do you know what this makes me, right, producer Kim, she's very into her Egyptian jewellery, because I noticed the other day she's got this beautiful pendant. Have you got one as well? You like it as well?
I like hers because it's hieroglyphics. So
yeah, hieroglyphics. This makes me think of that, doesn't it? Oh, if you put lapis lazuli with this, oh, what a treat. And if I just turn that over, I'm not sure what that's all about. Is that to go give it a natural, because all of them, the other one's got that as well. Or is that, there must be a reason, maybe you at home know, whether that's to help you work with it or to put a base on it to make it stick better. I'm not sure. But here you go, you can see you've got your double-sided. Here we go then, we're gonna get that price in for you. It'll make it rock on the chest to show against the light. So £12.95, 0800 644 655 is the number to dial, but we're not done there. It's Danny Zuko in the seat tonight, giving you the deals for £7.95. Well done. Thank you so much for everybody getting involved this evening. You've done really, really well. You've got some fantastic prices. And of course, Rizzo in the director's seat. He only just realised as well, I was referencing, but Rizzo's cool. Everyone likes Rizzo, don't they? Out of Greece. It doesn't matter if it's a girl, it's all about personality, my love. 0800 644 655. Now there's lots of you I can see on the web that haven't checked out. That's fine, that's to your discretion. Less than £10. Now it is time for my presenter's picks. But you know, I've picked that many pieces, I can't actually remember what it was. Oh yes! Okay, if you love your bargains, you're in for a treat. Is it both of the bags? Oh, I just thought it was earring backs. I didn't know you were getting the front as well. So the post, well, I'll tell you what, the clue's in the name, isn't it? Silver plated copper earring posts and butterfly bags. Look at that. It did just roll off the tongue, clearly. Normally, right, when you see your toggle clasps, everything's spaced out really, really neatly. There is so much there, we literally, physically were bombarded. We had to cram them all together in a huge pile. I'm going to leave them in the bags, actually, because that will just be a nightmare to pop back. Right, you've seen these a lot, haven't you? Let's be frank, let's be honest. You've seen them at £14.95. You've seen them at £9.95. Oh, I've just given it away, haven't I? Sorry, Danny Zuko. Oh no. Okay, I've messed up a little bit there. Got ahead of myself. It happens, people get cocky, stuff goes wrong. £8.95. That is a brand new low for you today. This is just a fine example so you can see them in the flesh there as well. And actually, look at the posts. If I show you, you've got your typical stud, you know, width. There's a little hoop there, so obviously you can work around that to add, like your Joe hoop. There it is. You can add a drop to that. You can do, maybe you want to add a chain to give it a bit of dangle, a bit of length, or maybe, you know, you could attach. Could you attach something like, you know, the pendant that we just saw? As long as it's not too weighty, you could do that, couldn't you? Like a mould. That could work for £8.95. Scott says yes. That's sounding good. For 100 pairs, think about how long these would last for. Think about it. Or how many people, how many, well, you're never going to make a replica, are you? Because everything's always going to be its own. But this is beautiful. I say that, it's beautiful. It's silver plated copper, so we're giving you a fantastic price. Now, there are a fair few web bidders there that we can see. Well done for getting involved. Really, really good job there to Mary, who was in there straight away, and a bidder from Somerset. Oh, Mary. Oh, it's May, sorry, May on the telephone. Should have gone to, I did. I still can't see. So thank you so much for bearing with me. I did. Well, if you're going to advertise something, you know, I don't think I could do laser. Has anyone at home done laser eye surgery? I don't, yeah, text in, or you don't have to. If you can't find your phone, don't. But honestly, I don't know, it terrifies me. But anyway, Danny's telling me, stop that. Talk about the earring posts. We'll leave those final few there for you. Red cultured pearls coming up next. Oh no, I've just spilt the bag everywhere. I bet you love working with me. Sorry, what number? 20. Ooh! Red cultured pearls. Here we go then, my lovely. Look at these. I like this because the contrast with my... Can I put this against a bit of the material of my dress? If I pop this up against the neckline, move the old fro out the way. Look. Okay, so we might be a year ahead, but that certain time of year, isn't that very festive, do you not think? Or maybe you just like these two colours. It doesn't have to be Christmassy, does it? No. So then deep red cultured potato pearls. Again, I would argue that. Because obviously, okay, they're not perfect rounds, but that's the beauty of it, because these are your natural pearls that you're getting here. See, yeah, but I would disagree, because I've seen potato pearls and you've got more of like, it's almost like a line, like a banding through the middle. Oh, Tom, great shout. Now look at the quantity, really low quantity. Toffee apple sheen. Oh, you're making me hungry now. Okay, look at that quantity, it's still going down. We haven't even dropped the price yet. This is how much people trust us. And thank you to regular bidders, because you're setting an example for people that aren't quite sure, you know, and maybe you're new to seeing me, so why should you trust me? I can guarantee you, Danny is excelling at the minute. His producing is phenomenal. He's going to give you some fantastic prices. I'll just pop this on the wrist so you can see how much you are getting there. Now they're 9 by 9 in size, so obviously there's the drill through the center. Does that tell me that on the graphics what the drill hole size is? No, but it will. You will see that when you get that home, I do believe. So a good few beading threads through that. 0800 644 655 is the number to dial. Now we started with over 20 in stock. They are still going down and we haven't even crashed that price. Right, Danny's just told me he's going crazy. £10. You did this earlier. Pearls, £10. Mickey Moto, do you know what I mean? These are deep red cultured pearls, and I like the fact that you've got this colour. And do you know what? I want to be completely honest, because if I don't say it now, when you get it home, you're going to be like, well, I want you to trust me and know that I'm not being deceitful. Now, You may find in some pearls that you see a little bit of pitting, which I'm going to show you in this one here, which isn't a bad thing. I don't want you to think of it almost like with your emeralds, you've got your inclusions. That to me is a good thing. That to me shows that you're getting quality, proof that these are natural, genuine gemstones. For less than £10, you are doing so well. Congratulations there to you on the telephone lines. We've got a few bidders on the web that haven't checked out. I say it every auction, and I'll say it again, and then we'd go and do a price like that. I didn't know you were going to do that. No warning whatsoever for £8.90. Do make sure you're dialing nice and early. This is literally, when Danny puts that quantity on screen, we very, very rarely see quantities on screen in JewelleryMaker. That is us proving to you that's all we've got left in the vault. He can't put that quantity on screen without, you know, being true to you. So £8.90 is all you're going to pay. In fact, let me show you the length of this strand. Whoa, sorry, I didn't mean. Well, see, shows how durable it was. I just smashed it off the table there. Absolutely fine. Really, this is a nice weighty piece. By the way, is our manager still in the back? Manager, we'd like some weighing scales so we can weigh the pieces so people know when they're designing their jewellery, if that's okay. No? I don't know, have a think about it. Okay, so we've got your star buy coming up next. That is going to be your beautiful chalcedony. So I'll see you in a second. Good evening. If you have just tuned in, my name is Ruth Lane, and this is the last 30 minutes of our Miss It, Miss Out show. I have thoroughly enjoyed this evening with you. Thank you so much for your patience. I am a newbie and I do appreciate all the help. The text, people have been texting in and helping me out, so I appreciate that greatly. Now this is your penultimate star buy. Check out the array of colours, and not only that, but the actual gemstones, the shapes that you're getting, the actual, I can say these have been coated as well. It gives it so much elegance, there's so much luster going on here. Check, in fact, I'm going to just move that red one across there. Look at these. And in fact, I love that when just then on the camera, you know how it was slightly fuzzy, you can actually see how much luster you're getting from these, each and every single one. So starting off then, we can see you've got your beautiful yellow coated chalcedony. Isn't that pretty? That reminds me of yellow fluorite. Those beautiful, and what have we been saying? We've seen quite a few yellow pieces, haven't we, today? This is the colour of 2014 as quoted by Gemma Kearney of Radio 1. That's all I'm saying. It's beautiful, deep, deep, deep honey tones. And then working into that, you've got your nice break of colour there. It's almost like a soft, pearly, kind of like a fluffy cloud tone, isn't it? And this is your, again, this is all chalcedony, every single one of these pieces. We've then got your blue, which for me just magnifies, you're really getting that colour coming across, just bursting over. I don't know how close we can get. Can you see all those facets there? It literally is a disco ball, isn't it? Are you joking me? Okay, Tom has just informed me that this has all been done by hand. Each and every, no. But I've seen the price that we're going to. Yeah, I know, I understand that, I appreciate it. So a lot of the time, right, we talk to you about the fact that pieces are handcrafted, and that to you, when we say that, that can be a little bit like, you know, no skin off my nose, so what? But think about it, think about the time, the commitment that would have been put into making this, the skill that is involved. That would question, if you've got your business head on, say, you know, if there's a skill, you put a price on it, wouldn't you? So just think about that, and that's why we try to hold back on the price, just to kind of get that across to you. And if you just want to have a look at these lovely crimson glowing ones, they just work so well. Or even if I move the blue one across, you could work these two together, couldn't you? It's just so nice. There's so much colour going on in this piece. This is a really beautiful strand for you. Okay, here we go then. 0800 644 655. Before we do anything, can I quickly show you as well an example? Here's one I didn't make earlier, but one of our designers, the lovely Susan, using my favourite technique, the wag wire cone. Look at that. Can you see how much, like, it really, I'm just looking now and there's so many things that I've learned here that I can pick up. I think I could, all right, it might take me a good few hours. I think I could make a piece like this, which means if I could, you know, you at home, if there's anybody else that's new watching, absolutely. And look, if you're feeling a little bit more confident with your designs, can you see there? That works so well. It's like frosted, isn't it, this one here? Really pretty, and each and every single one of them, the designers worked, Susan's worked with the colour tonation. It just really glides in and pulls it all together into that draped down design. 0800 644 655 is the number to dial. We're going to give you a fantastic price. It is your star buy. We're in the January sale for £24. Now Danny's been doing this all night, knocking off the 95p's, knocking off your 25p's. I love it. That's exactly what you want to see, isn't it? Is that set price. Think about, in fact, if I just add up the carat weight for each one of these, you've got 260, 350, 435 carats all together. Oh, I'm so good at maths. £24. You think about that for that carat, you know, you break it down, and I think it is important to do that if you are a trader, to break down the cost, think how you're going to spread that and work that elsewhere. But you know, if you're not, if you're just genuinely jewelry making for the love of it, that's even better, isn't it? You know that this is going to last you a fair while, and if you know, if it doesn't at that price, can you really complain? Can you really complain? For your chalcedony, I just think this is a wonderful, wonderful set. The vividity, I can't say that word. The vividness of colour is just wonderful. I mean, I beg to differ. I just think, I wonder if Susan, if she works, I wish I could speak to her about this, whether she works with this gemstone a lot. In fact, Susan, if you are watching, let us know. I mean, I wonder what it is that makes people, I think for me, from a first time viewer of a piece like this, I'd say, I just think it is that contrast of colour and the clear, the gemstone, the lighter gemstone, it just breaks it up nicely, doesn't it? It's all about what you want to do with your pieces. Maybe you might just like prefer block colour and just stick to the blue chalcedony, which is the more, you know, that's the one I'm more familiar with, certainly. But for £24 for such, I just can't get over the carat weights here. Now I'm going to leave the final few there for you. There's a little bit of a queue on the lines, but don't worry, it is a free phone number, and just because we've moved on and the graphics have dropped down, it doesn't mean that you're going to miss out, so do stay there. Now don't forget, it's not long until the lovely producer Danny, I promised you last night you'd get to meet him and then you never got to see him. He's got Poetry Corner, and it's all before our 4-hour finale, so maybe they're related. Oh look, there you go, you've got a slide and everything. That is wonderful. Right, I'm going to carry on with your next few pieces then as quick as I can. Number 18 next. What's this? Peruvian. This is so pretty. I've never, ever heard of Peruvian. Well, obviously, it's from Peru. But, no, but that's interesting, isn't it, that you've got Amazonite, because we brought you some earlier, and it was a deeper tone of green, and just based on the location, you're still getting, it's kind of more, this, I would say, is a contrast between your Larimar, your turquoise. Well, you know that, you can see that with your own eyes. You've got 320 carats here, and there's something so captivating about the location of this. And each and every single one of these, again, you're getting that raw mineral. If I don't know how close you can get on those, Sam. You can just see each and every single gemstone completely individual in formation. 0800 644 655 is the number to dial for 320 carats. QAGP48 is the code, because Danny Zuko is in the chair, and when he's in the chair we're going to do fantastic prices. I wish I could tell you more about this gemstone, I really do, but for me it's all about that colour. Again, the weight, it's a good sizable piece. Your rounds are 12 by 12, so this is not enhanced, this is a completely natural gemstone, and it's going to be yours. It's going to be yours very, very soon. All you need to do is make sure you're clicking those buttons and dialing for £14.95. I want some chips, I'm starving. I honestly, this is such a pretty, that with silver, and do you know what, I'm a bit pale. I do prefer to have a little bit of a darker tone. I think that would look so nice on your summer holiday. Just have a nice little charm on the end. I actually really, really want this piece. It's beautiful for £12.95. 320 carats of your Peruvian Amazonite. All you need to do is dial if you do want it. Remember, right, the whole 4 hours is miss it, miss out. The reason we've named the show, we have to have a purpose for the name of our show, is purely because of the prices that we can bring you. Because it's the last in the vault quantity, we have to clear it out. I am a broken record, but you need to know why you're getting these deals so you can appreciate that we're not devaluing these fantastic, genuine gemstones. Now, there's less than 15 available for you now. If web bidders check out, we'd have half that quantity already. It literally is as mental as that. Now, if you are on the telephone lines, all you need to do is press 1 to speak to the call centre. They're really, really, really friendly. For £12.95. Sorry? Okay, I'm going to leave those final few there for you. I'm just going to whiz on as quick as I can, I think. Ooh. Oh. I went skiing yesterday and I can't stretch, it hurts. These are ridiculous. You're loving your pearls, Danny, aren't you? These are nice because these are like a cosmic, I don't think they look very pink. They're like a cosmic purple to me. Do you not agree? Wow. You are not going to lose these, are you? They're beautiful, hot pink. Okay, 0800 644 655 is the number to dial. Again, I don't want to call these potato pearls because I don't think it does them justice. Yes, they're not perfectly round, but this is, I find this more desirable because and do you agree? Yeah, I think it's all about that sheer beauty, the formation. And you think about pearls as well, and the location, it's just phenomenal. So these are 9 by 9 millimeters, and we've got an awful, how many have we got left in the vault? 22 left in the vault. 0800 644 655. Okay, do you know what? There's less than 30 minutes to go. We've still got a star buy to bring you. In fact, not a star buy, a superstar buy. I'm not doing it justice. We've got Poetry Corner, and Danny has worked so hard to bring you a fantastic show. Now, if there's 22, you've got your quantity on screen. We've been bringing you fabulous prices all night long. What are we going to do for these hot pink pearls, Danny boy? What would you work the, wow, for £6.95. Look at that hot pink arrow. I like your work. He's just all over it, isn't he? For £3.40, I can't even, I'm not even doing that. I'm not even bringing that to you. It's pearls. You don't put pearls under £10. That's disgusting enough as it is, but £3.45. I'm sorry about that, Sam, my love. Look at how long, how much. Yeah, one of them on their own, maybe. When you think Mother Nature, bless her, she gets quoted a lot, doesn't she? Do you know what I mean? Look, let me just show you. Would you, if I pop that against the finger? All right then, 3 of them, £1 each. For natural pearls, yes, please. Right, look at how many. You know that this is a wrong price, don't you? In fact, the quantity on screen, that's not even true. Because if I tell you right now, we've got Margaret, we've got Alan, we've got Christine, Tina, anonymous bidders, Susan, Audrey, Karen, Christina, Gillian, Marilyn. Congratulations to you all on the web. And of course, our very first telephone bidder, Margaret, who was in there straight away. Now, there's quite a few of you, again, telephone bidders waiting to be answered at the minute. I'm sorry about the wait time. That's not going to be very long at all. It's free phone. Okay, so I'll leave those final few there for you. Okay, so you've got your chrome diopside. It's your 4 hour. It's your superstar buy. Look at that. Now, when I heard earlier on we were bringing you chrome diopside, I thought to myself, okay, so I'm now becoming familiar with the faceted rondelles. I expected to see a lesser quality. I really, really did. Not that we bring you a lesser quality on JewelleryMaker. I don't want to hinder what I'm trying to say here. I just didn't expect. This is the vivid green, In fact, I always say this, and I'll say it again, open up a tab and have a look at what you expect to see. Those of you that are familiar with chrome, that's fair enough, fine, you don't need to do that. But for the price point that we are able to bring, Danny, honestly, he spent about, I don't know how long you spent prepping this show, but there was emails back and forth, yes you can, no you can't, yes you can, because it's very important, it's crucial for management and ourselves not to devalue the gemstones. But he guaranteed that it would be such a phenomenal price, you would not want to miss out on it. So that is why we're going to make this your superstar buy coming up at the end. Right, so we'll keep on rolling for you. Don't forget as well, you've got a poem just for you. Danny, honestly, about an hour before we came on air, was like, you know, I'm going to treat the ladies tonight. And the gents. No, but it's really good. Honestly, I think we need to get your Facebook page up and show everyone your poems because you're really talented. Here we go then, let's have a look at these. So it's your citrine graduated faceted pear. I'm so sorry. These two are egging each other on in them and I'm trying not to laugh. 0800 644 655. Do you know what, Danny? It's your favourite colour again. Look at those yellows. Citrine. We love a bit of citrine on JewelleryMaker. And I like the fact, obviously, you've got your drill holes at the tip. So this could make a nice neck piece, really. Really, really beautiful neckwear. But again, I think the pear drop, it's all about that movement. It's all about, because you've got the checkerboard facet, the catchment of the light. Now you do need to dial early. I've said it all night long and I'll say it again. 0800 644 655 web bidders. Make sure you're clicking your fingers as fast as you can because you've got over 90 carats of citrine here, 10 by 8 to 15 by 12 in size. So it's a good length. You can see the size. In fact, let me just pop this against my hand. I'll show you the largest piece so you can get a rough idea against my baby finger. Oh, that would make such a pretty ring. Here we go. Here we go. Look how big that is. It's bigger than my really badly painted baby finger. Isn't that beautiful? Can you, again, see how I was mentioned earlier, that light just travelling through the gemstone and onto the skin tone? I love that. It really, really does draw the eye to that piece of jewellery. Well, whatever it may be. 0800 644 655, bring in your price in for £14.95. I do want to crash because I feel like, I don't want to be cheeky, should we go lower? But in my head, citrine is a very beautiful gemstone, isn't it? Can we please have an under £10 hour one day? Even if it's not me, even if it's somebody else. I think that everyone would appreciate that, wouldn't they? Oh, thanks. If anybody, okay, it's really, really busy now on the lines, and make sure you are checking out, or tell the call centre, say, hurry up, love, come on. I've got more auctions to get through here. Now there's 23 left on your screen, £8.95. They're doing such a fabulous job. Thank you so much. We really, really, really do appreciate everything you do for us. Now there's 90 carats of your citrine. Oh my wordy, that one right there. Hang on, which one? This one here that's right next to the graphics, so I'm going to put it central. Can you see the glows of yellows? Right, there's a picture. I don't know if many of you might not have got one of, there's a book written by Steve Bennett called The Lure of Gems, and it tells you, it's like an alphabetical book about each and every single gemstone. And there's a picture of a gentleman I mentioned yesterday called Glenn Lara, who's a famous lapidurist. We work quite closely with him. And there's a picture, and he's with a huge, the Bahia gemstone. He loves that. This just reminded me of that piece. It's that exact colour. So, it's amazing, isn't it? Now, right, okay, there's still 23 on your screen. I'm going to leave that final few there for you, £8.95. Remember, this is your last opportunity if you do want this, otherwise it could go back up to a previous closing price. Number 19 next. Wow! Is this right? Can I guess this gemstone? Is it Rainbow Moonstone? Have I got it wrong? Oh yes, I got it. Gyrosol, what on earth's that? Do you know what, right, most of the strands we've been bringing to you, the gemstones are kind of broken out and there's a little bit of a gap in between each. We've absolutely crammed this strand with gemstones, and I think that's what you should do, actually, cluster it. It is very reminiscent, isn't it, of your rainbow, because you've got that slight tinge. It's like there's a liquid inside of it just bursting to get out. 0800 644 655 is the number to oh my wordy, I've just seen, right, let me pop these together. Isn't that so nice? Oh my wordy, 170 carats of your gyrosol quartz graduated faceted pairs, 11 by 8 and 17 by 12 millimeters. Okay, we're going to do a fantastic, we've been giving you these wonderful prices all night long. It's not long till your superstar buy. In fact, when are you going to do your rap, Jonesy? Your poem, I apologise, your poem. Just look, I love that. It's like brushing your hand over feathers, although maybe not quite as soft. It's a little bit of a harder gemstone. It's actually 6.6 to 7 on the Mohs scale, and it derives from the Greeks of kristallos, meaning ice. I like that. Can you imagine if it was like a big diamond? Oh, look at you then. 0800 644 655. We're going to get ready for that price when Danny Zuko's ready. Unless you don't want to, I can work it. £7.95, less than £20. See, this is difficult, right? This is difficult for me to say to you, wow, that's a great price, because I don't know. I don't know what this gemstone should fetch for. Does anybody have a clue? Can we have a look? Type it into a search engine now if you want in the gallery. You won't find this on the, I doubt it. I very highly doubt it. Which would suggest to me, should we be going? I don't know. I think this is a fabulous price. Okay, because of lack of knowledge, if you know what you're getting, you can see that opalescence kind of look that we're getting. It's actually from Madagascar for £12.95, because, you know, location is important. And it's the what, sorry? This is the only strand. Whoa, I wish I could have started the auction like that. Okay, this is the only strand of this gemstone that we have in the whole warehouse, which explains why none of us know anything about this. I think we've actually dishonoured this by going here. So it is, the location is from Madagascar. Can I just double check that? Right, okay, we'll have to clear that up, because what you're telling me, we'll come back to you with the location of that shortly. So £12.95. Either way, if you're in love with that colour, if you're in love with that kind of opalescence that you're getting from the gemstone. Right, okay, not long to wait. It is your superstar buy coming up very shortly. We've also got a poetry corner from your lovely producer Danny, who's been giving you the fantastic prices all evening long. One more piece then, what's it going to be? What number is that? Okay. Here we go. To go with your previous auction, possibly. Love it. Multicolor moonstone. And you've got, it's not a 1 minute wonder. There's just a clock there. Oh. Really? Am I waffling too much? Okay, 85 carats, multicolor moonstone, graduated faceted drops from 7 to 14 millimeters in a 20 centimeter strand. I'm being told I'm waffling too much, so let's show you the beautiful gemstone. £6.95. That, oh my word, look at those colors. Can you see those salmon pinks, those peachy tones, and that beautiful chocolatey truffle brown there for £6.95. Okay, you've got less than 30 seconds to go. 0800 644 655. Just appreciate the fact that I've been waffling all night long, and I can tell you now, I'm not, this price, I don't know if we should have done this for multicolored moonstone. Really? Okay, we've got a poem coming up very shortly from our wonderful Danny. So can we give him a little bit of a cheer or something at home to egg him on a little bit and give him a bit of confidence? You're going to be fine. You're a lyrical genius. 0800 644 655. I said that. Less than 5 seconds. It's gone. It's gone. Right, I'm walking off now because I'm done. I'm sick of all these insults. I'm not staying. No, I can't. Oh, you need my mic. Oh dear. Okay. Oh, that wasn't good, was it? Right, come on then, Danny. Come on. You're saying to me 5 minutes, 5 minutes. Come on. Right, okay. This is the talent that has been bringing you these fabulous prices all night long. Honestly, whenever you hear Danny's name, you know you're going to get good prices. That's all I'm saying.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. How are you, Ruth?
I'm very good. Are you all right?
I'm all right, yeah.
You look a bit
I've
sweaty.
decided you're going to do the poem instead.
No, you're not.
Do you want to do a line each then?
Yes, okay. We'll do
Okay.
it together.
So we're in a star buy zone on this one
Bringing you chrome.
that you need to take home.
It gets its vivid green.
Colours from chromium.
Am I getting it right? Is that okay?
You ruined the rhyme.
Okay. Just seeing this strand,
Sparks pure pandemonium.
when it arrives at your door,
You'll think it's a steal.
because the price coming up,
Is simply unreal.
real. Woo! Well done, Danny. Thank you so much for your lovely prices.
That's okay, thank you.
He is your lyrical miracle. Okay, people are coming in already. Thank you so much for trusting us on that price. Now, I do believe that, well, I already told you earlier, didn't I? Oh, bless you. 25 carats of your chrome diopside, you're graduated. These are so, oh, I wish I could take one off the strand so you could see. I really want to pull it apart so you can see the light that's traveling through this, because it's just pure, honestly. The vivid, I can't keep saying that, the vivid greens that you're going to get here. I can't do that, can I? Is there anything I can show you to get the light? The recording's probably the best thing, isn't it? I'm not really doing it justice. So rich in tone, honestly. And if I put it against the skin tone, you'll be able to see what I mean. Because I didn't expect to see such clarity. That's the thing that has bowled me over the most. Now, chrome diopside, you've probably heard this 1,000 times before. If you haven't, I will just quickly skim over that because we haven't got very long until the end of the show. We are going to give you a fabulous price. Basically, the reason we should not be bringing you this low price, there's a lot of you there, by the way, on the lines, is because chrome diopside is 6 months of the year to mine, okay? So basically, because the conditions are so bad, it's so icy cold that it's too dangerous for the miners to actually mine for this. So because it's difficult to mine, obviously, it's almost like having a seasonal job, isn't it? And you've got to get everything in while you've got the chance. Okay, so 25 carats of your chrome diopside, and it's worth it though, isn't it? It's worth all that mining to get this beautiful natural tone. Now there's only one other strand available in the vault. Okay, so this is really sought after, very rare. Now, you saw the conditions behind me there. Very low quantity, there's less than 50 available in stock, so do dial nice and early, 0800 644 655. Now, these are 3x1 all the way up to 5x2. Sorry, Scott just hit himself in the face. That's not funny, it's a star buy. Strand. 0800 644 655 is the number to dial. 25 carats of your chrome. Right, there's a little bit of a queue on the way. Please don't be put off. Like I said, do you know what? Think of the queue as a good thing. If there's a queue, if you're waiting, that means people want it. People want it because they know they're getting good value for money. It's like when you go to a restaurant, you wouldn't walk into an empty restaurant, which me and my boyfriend have done many times before, and you think, why? Why is this empty? There's obviously something a bit dodgy there. A certain pizza shop in Bromsgrove. But what I'm trying to say is, if it's full, if it's busy, that's because people know you're getting quality, good value for money. Do you know what? You can fall in love with the colour of this as much as we can. This is going to be one of your more considered pieces if you are selling this on as a trader. Have a look around, do your research on the prices of chrome diopside. Here we go then, for 0800 644 655 for less than £50. So you're going to get change from that £50 note, £32.95 for your chrome diopside. Now let me show you the length of this strand, because 18 centimetres, that's a good nice length. I mean, what would you do with these? Just see the way that they're twinkling in the light there, sorry. Oh, lovely, for £32.95. I think, do you know what? I love the recording, Tom. I think that does it more justice because it's hard to get it across under the lights. Now, there are still loads of you coming in. That's fine. While the graphics are on screen, absolutely go for it. And if you need to think about it, because you might have gone a bit crazy with those low prices, splurging, you know, feel free to add it to your basket. You've got 60 minutes after the auction closes. Although, because there are less than 50 in stock, you might risk it a little bit there. Okay, now just to let you know, we've got designer inspiration coming up next, and that is going to be with Sheila. Can I say thank you so much to all the crew for all your help, to Sam, to Scott, to director Tom, to producer Danny, who's brought you these fantastic prices all night. It's been so lovely to have you. I don't know when I'm going to see you again, so I'd like to say thank you very much, and cheers for your warm welcome. My name's Ruth Lane, and it has been a pleasure. Thank you so much. We're all waving goodbye. Goodbye from everybody. Bye.
Join guest designer Gemma Crow for our Adventures with Beading Thread DVD. Gemma will guide you through a variety of techniques from basic to more advanced ways you can use beading thread, including how to create flowers, weaving and plaiting techniques, and much more. To get your hands on a copy, simply contact our call centre. Get creative with JewelleryMaker.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Designer Inspirations. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Becky, and I'm a designer with super amounts of inspiration. Today is, of course, the wonderful Sheila.
Hi, Becky.
Hello, how are you?
I'm okay, thank you. Yes, it seems ages. Hi, everybody. Happy New Year.
It does seem like a
yeah,
long
it does.
time,
It seems
doesn't
ages.
it?
Yeah, but I'm back now.
Good, you're back with us. Because we
Yeah.
wanted you back for good as Take That one song.
Let's take that, isn't it? Yes,
Take
it's
that,
very
I know.
good.
Oh, Gary Barlow, he's a love, isn't he? Anyway, not the point. The point is, today we have got for you some fabulous designs, including something I personally have never seen before as our first designer inspiration, a bright